Can't update the freaking copyright on the Homestuck website.
Just go with your gut. Don't sweat over the small stuff. There are much more important things out there to fuck yourself up over. Meat or candy? Meat. Meat, Epilogue 1.
Let's get it.
Hello.
Meat was definitely the right choice, you think, as grease drips down your chin. Meat is cold and undercooked, so you have to grab it with both hands while you rend it apart with your incisors. Bursts in chunks, filling your mouth with blood and your throat with the mangled knots of gristle and long strings of muscle fiber. You take big bites, almost too big to swallow, so big that you choke on the meaty mulch and hawk some of it up into your nasal cavity. You sneeze out a gooey rope of phlegm and flesh. You stop for a moment to wipe your face, but your chin is still slippery after you swipe the mess away. Slivers of meat catch between your teeth as you masticate with bestial enthusiasm. You use your thumbnail to fish them out. Finish up.
Could you imagine looking at this?
I cannot. I'm so fucking
God.
glad there's no panels for this.
Right? It'd be so disgusting.
I'm so fucking glad there's no panels. That sounds fucking
How
disgusting.
can fucking Roxy, like, marry him after this?
It sounds
Like,
like it.
You'll see.
Oh, wait. That was in the other one. Other one.
We can talk about that now, though, because
So,
we're...
but that's why.
It sounds
That's
like
why she doesn't do that in this
Yeah,
one.
she sees John doing that shit and she's like,
She's like,
"Oh."
ugh!
It sounds like he's eating it raw. Like he's freaking turned into an animal. Yeah.
Don't spoil-
Literally, like turned into a wild ass animal, just gnawing at it.
It's fucking raw! It's frozen!
Also, sorry about the candy spoilers.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're doing part... This is part 6 now.
Alright.
As in, we just did part 0, and this is part 6. So in the playlist, this is going to be after C25.
After candy.
Yeah.
So they're basically following me and Ranny's same line of shit.
No.
Because we read candy.
Oh yeah,
And
and
we
then...
went to the prologues.
And then I'm going back and I'm rereading this shit.
Well, actually, you said that prologue is going to be 0, but that's if they see the prologues first.
God, get the fuck down!
Get the
Look at what
fuck
you
out!
did. You made the fall. That's your fault.
Be a nicer cat. Tall yellow cat. Nice.
She's a brat. Okay.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Oh wait, I gotta blow my nose real quick.
Okay. Like John.
Oh fuck, that's a ton of... Fuck, that's a ton of phlegm and flesh out of my nose that just happened.
Oh man,
Strings of
get it
it.
up in your nose.
Oh
Gooey
fuck, dude.
rope of phlegm and
There's
flesh.
so much. There's so much. It just
My
keeps
nose
coming.
is off.
That's what being sick is like.
You know those fucking those clown rope things, the handkerchief things?
Ah,
It's just-
nah, don't describe it. Stop.
It's just one of those.
don't
It just
do
keeps
that.
coming. It just keeps going.
Just
Okay. I hope you weren't eating while watching this.
I already finished popcorn.
I
It's
hear
fine.
you.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be honest. I'm hungry for meat now. So,
Finish up.
Finish up.
Some of the blood has coagulated on the surface of the plate. You grab it from Calliope and lick it clean. She watches you, calm,
reason for
placid, alien. Roxy is
Caliber
lean.
probably eats like that. So she's probably like, this is normal.
this
This
is
is
fun.
how humans eat.
Roxy has leaned forward to scrutinize your slovenly feasting, her eyes wide and intense. You stare back at them with your hands coated in unctuous organic matter and flecks of seared skin. The blood on your hands is so thin that it's like oily Kool-Aid pooling in your palm. Think suddenly about all the many horrible crimes committed by Lord English. God, that guy is the worst. The memory of his stupid face and his terrible art and all the abominable misfortune he has caused across multiple universes and timelines makes your meal start to curdle in your stomach. Your meat sits there like a big lardy mass. Black hole bursting the universe apart around it. You feel like rocks are churning in your gut, and your mouth begins to water, hot and sour. The flavor of the afternoon air changes around you, and it's too hot, almost suffocating. You swallow back a mouthful of pungent bile as your eyes swim and lose focus. You know what you must do.
I know what I must do.
Eat him.
Of course you know. What kind of guy would you be if you stayed here when you're the only one in existence capable of completing the grim task? A pretty shitty one, who just sneezed up a chunk of raw meat in front of a girl you used to have a gigantic crush on.
Sneezed. What? I have to get back and kill Lord English.
You sure you want to go eat him?
I think.
You sure you want to vor Lord English? You sure you want to V-word him?
Vor English? Sure. I'll do that.
You sure you want to Vinny Vine sauce him?
I'm gonna go back and eat Lord English whole in one big gulp. Like a big gulp from 7-Eleven. It's gonna happen. Don't worry.
You want to vor Lord English? I think so. It will probably be hard, but I think it's the right thing to do.
Everyone is counting on me.
Roxy pulls back and takes a deep breath. It's a very thin breath, and her bottom lip quivers a bit when she sucks it in. Sorry, when she bleeps it in. I'm just censoring that for Hadron.
Poor innocent childlike ears.
She looks disappointed, but you could be misreading her as usual. Calliope looks, well, her face is a permanently grinning skull. You'd be damned if you know what's on her mind either.
I understand.
No one says anything for some time. Pleasant breeze rolls down from the hills. In the distance, the bell tower chimes twice. You'll notice that a group of carapacians have stopped to stare at you with beady-eyed fascination. The front of your skirt is stained with dark, slimy patches from the meat. Christ, why did you have to eat that meat like such a slob?
So, is that it? Should I get going?
If this is your decision, then yes, there's no time to lose if the choice you have made is to matter. Calliope closes up the picnic basket and stands. Roxy follows, taking Calliope's hand in hers again. Say goodbye?
Okay then. Thanks for inviting me to this picnic. I guess I'll see you both when I get back.
Neither of them reply. You look from one to the other, then back again. A loud belch escapes your mouth, catching you completely off guard. The gastrointestinal ambush releases an invisible cloud of chewed-up protein odor into the public park. The gross ball of muscle roils and snarls in your belly like an unruly groundhog, prodded yet reluctant to come out and see its shadow. Ugh, why are you thinking about this? Hug them, dummy. You hesitate a few awkward moments too long. When you go to hug them, they've already turned away, leaving you standing in the middle of the park alone with your arms half raised, cupping the air. It's so pathetic that the eavesdropping carapacians finally scurry away, overwhelmed by their second-hand embarrassment. You didn't even know they could get embarrassed. You drop your arms and sigh. Time to get on with it. Before you leave, you fly back home and take one last look around Salamander Village. You breathe in the clean, crisp air, listen to the pipes chime, and soak up the unfiltered sunlight. You then head inside for a wipe down, since it feels like you've been making face-down snow angels on the floor of an ill-kept slaughterhouse. You head to your bathroom and wash all the meat off of your face. But somehow you still don't feel that clean. An invisible layer of oil seems to cling to almost every square inch of your body, no matter how hard you scrub. Go to your bedroom desk and dig out some stationery. Write, Dear Roxy. You've never written a note so quickly, or with such clarity of heart and mind. When you're done, you write 9 more. Your hands leave grease stains on the paper. You leave 10 envelopes on your bed, arranged in a tidy circle with the names of your 10 closest friends written on them. Then, with absolutely no fanfare, you leave all of them and this idyllic world you've created behind, and zap yourself back into canon. Alright, so I'm not actually rating this anymore because I've already given these ones scores. But I just want to know everyone's thoughts.
Why is John slimy?
From the meat?
No, remember his shirt? His shirt's the ghost to the slime ghost. Of course he's slimy.
You're right. And he's still wearing that. It definitely fits.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's definitely still wearing that. Keep talking, I'm gonna grab water.
Man, I hate the part
Mondays.
in Homestuck where they just talk about meta garbage.
Yeah, remember that part? That was definitely a real part of Homestuck?
I hate it. I kind of want to just like take a nap. It's not that I don't understand it. It's just now it feels super pretentious.
Yeah, it really does. It's a bunch of bullshit. But,
I get why he's doing it, and I guess it does make for some very good.
if that's your thing, then good for you, I guess. But fucking, the rest of us want our money back.
Yeah.
And we didn't even fucking. There are some people who don't want this shit, and they're still paying money for it anyway. Why are you doing that to yourself? I don't get it. There are people who I know and have talked to who say that they actively don't like the direction Homestuck has been taken, and then they say they're fucking dropping $10 a month on the Patreon, and I'm just like, why? Why are you doing that to yourself?
Mm-hmm.
I feel so bad.
Something, then I just stop.
June, have you ever heard of a thing called deriving pleasure from pain?
This isn't masochism. This is just.
Well,
See, the thing is.
No, what is okay? I think is it's like gambling. You know, gambling. Y'all ever gamble?
Gambling for a better end.
You're gambling. No, you're gambling because you've already put in so much. If you were to leave now, you might feel hollow.
Oh, I see. The thing is that a lot of people didn't
Always
seem to
feel
think
hollow.
Act 7 was a good ending. But the thing about that is that the people who didn't think Act 7 was a good ending are wrong, and I will fight them personally.
Okay.
Yeah, so it didn't address
let's go.
like the whole Lord English thing. Like that
It
was the
doesn't-
whole fucking plot of Homestuck.
It doesn't
was
have to-
there's
look.
this big fucking monster,
Okay.
and you know we gotta fucking get rid of him because he's destroying the universe, etc., etc., etc.
I
What
mean,
the fuck happened?
Okay,
the problem
so
with Act 7 is not that it doesn't look good or anything like that. Although I do.
Oh
think
no,
it's
I
bad.
loved Act 7,
Yeah,
but
I
at the end
loved
I was
it,
still
but-
like, wait,
Yeah.
but what about the fucking giant green monster?
look, I was upset at first too, but the thing is that, fucking.
No, I'm not upset. I just want my answer.
No, is that basically the answer is that the only way Lord English can be defeated is if his story stops, and that's the symbolism that's going on. He is being shot into a black hole
Well, then,
where the juju acts as sort of the pool, the cue ball. Vriska being, I know I'm using the fucking Text Talks video. I don't give a shit. It's a really good video, so I'm using it as reference. Vriska is the pool stick, fucking whatever. And Lord English, his eyes are literally 8 balls. He's the 8 ball, and the void is the pocket. The black hole is the pocket, and the black hole obviously would defeat Lord English because it makes him cease to exist. It is the counter to him purely. But apparently not here.
I don't want to say anything because you have not read the story.
See, that's the problem is that you.
I have read
it.
I have read M15. I know that that's not how it works here.
I don't know what happens at M15.
That's the battle.
Oh, the battle? That's not what I care about.
There's
What I'm
something
caring
else.
about is the thing that you have said that happens to Lord English. Because I can't say anymore. I'm sorry.
Is it?
Okay.
Am I really that wrong?
I mean, if you
Yes.
want to fucking like,
I mean,
See, that's
okay,
the thing is that you don't know.
I can't say anything. So,
oh,
I will say, however, that you are right in the wrong way. You've taken your car down the street, but you've turned down the wrong way.
Wait.
And I
Are
think
you
you're
saying that she got to the answer, but she didn't get there the way she was supposed to? It's like that math problem that you're like, you got the right answer, but you solved it the complete wrong way.
You didn't use fucking
Yes.
PEMDAS shit, so you die, loser.
please excuse. I'm not gonna do that joke. It's old and bad.
You know, I can just explain it if you don't really care.
Well, I care about spoilers.
Yeah.
I do too.
So is it spoilers for anything that's upcoming in this?
I think it happens at the end.
If you
of-
have to think about it, then that means yes.
Fuck. Okay.
So
That sucks ass.
I can't. Say anything. I'm sorry.
Anyway, if you want more on my specific position, a friend of mine is writing out a remake of her fucking take on the epilogues and shit and everything that's happened since then. And as soon as that is out, I will make sure to send it in this group chat.
Okay.
I beta read it and it's really good.
Do you want to see my take on the epilogues? Why? What are you doing? I'm
Where
excited.
are your parents?
I mean, fair enough. It's just really well written. Okay, anyway. Meet 2!
Bro.
Electric Boogaloo.
No second.
In the heart of the Troll Kingdom's capital city, Dave... Oh, wait, Rainy, you want to take Dave? Or John, you want to be Dave? Who?
Somebody. 'Cause I've got to be Carcat.
Somebody be Dave? I have a coin I can flip.
Alright, okay, fine, I'll do the monotone.
No, I have a coin I can flip. If you want.
I just accepted doing it, but
Oh.
okay.
Just
Okay.
let Randy do it.
Okay.
Bro.
Bruh. Dude, that's a bro moment right there.
Oh, I'm dead.
Okay.
Plutonium.
In the heart of the Troll Kingdom's capital city, Dave and Karkat are sitting on their couch with a foot and a half of space between them. It's a typically picturesque day outside, but Karkat has the curtains drawn shut all the way. This is part of their compromised living situation. Dave puts up with the trollish non-Euclidean architecture and bizarre social mores, and Karkat has adjusted his diurnal schedule to, in theory, see the sun.
Bro, you've got to check this out.
Karkat is leaning forward, munching on chocolate-coated beetles and totally absorbed in what he's watching. The glow from the television highlights the dark bags under his eyes. Dave reaches out very gently and pokes Karkat in the cheek. Karkat flinches out of his full-body slouch.
Not now, Dave. Jake's ass is on TV again.
Stop ogling Jake's ass, this is important.
Who the fuck are you to tell me whose ass I should stop ogling? Look, it's absolutely hypnotic. I mean, not in the sexual way per se.
Of course.
Dave casts a wary look towards the TV, where Jake English is shamelessly exhibiting what is definitely his best feature in front of a live studio audience. This is a regular highlight of his and Dirk's hit television show, Rumble in the Pumpkin Patch, a schizophrenic cross-section of rap battle and robot wrestling that Rose once described as an exploitative, almost Dada-esque clusterfuck of circumambulatory pretension and sweaty homoerotic estriction. Jake came up with the title for the show, and Dirk absolutely loathed it. However, before Dirk could insist on an alternative, Jake had already started an online poll pitting his idea against, quote, whatever Dirk's lame idea is. Needless to say, the second option was much less popular. Karkat gestures at the televised spectacle, a bit helplessly.
It's all in the way it's being programmed by the station. It took me a while to notice because it's not like I make it a point of staying glued to this phony televised human gladiator garbage. It's soft as fuck. They barely even try to make it seem real. Dave, I consider myself a cosmopolitan individual, a man of learning, but as a native Alternian, I'm actually fucking offended by this insulting display of namby-pamby pageantry. Anyway, the more I watch, I can't help but notice the camera's lecherous fixation on this boy's voluptuous posterior. Can't say I blame them, I guess. At least, it shows they know exactly what's paying the fucking bills, but it sure as hell isn't the quality of the slam poetry.
Okay, who gives a shit? Although it pleases me to hear you taking note of the economics of this broadcast, since it's
Apropos.
apropos to the topic at hand, but more on that later.
Apropos to fucking what? I don't have time to scope the latest meme, Dave. You're coming perilously close to cutting into my important leisure time as it is.
Leisure time? This is all you ever do all day. Also, it's not a meme, it's much more important.
Oh, excuse me, hotshot. What possibly could be more important than the latest meme? That was a joke, FYI, now leave.
Jane is running for president.
What the fuck?
Dave scoots a foot and a half closer so they can both read the news on his phone. Carcat tips his head to the side to get a better view until it bumps against Dave's shoulder.
Got the announcement right here.
You mean President of Earth?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would she want to do that?
I don't know, Crocker is just as ambitious woman, I guess.
Sounds fucking awful.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is. Also, like, don't tell her I said this, but I think she's basically a fascist.
Why would I tell her you said that? When the fuck was the last time either of us had fuck all to do with Jane?
No, I know. Just like a figure of speech, I guess. Oh, also, she's a fucking xenophobe.
Of course she's a xenophobe.
Carcat, without drastically altering his position on the couch, turns his head so he can look Dave straight in the sunglasses.
Dave, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of humans are.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Also, what the fuck does she even mean she's running? What a complete load of shit. She's a god. Which one of the toadying idiots on this planet would dare to run against her? She's gonna win in a landslide, assuming she doesn't just waltz into office uncontested.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Which is why we have to stop her.
Huh? Dave, what exactly are you saying? Are you telling me you're going to run against Jane?
Carcat's laughter is uproarious, incredulous. If you want to laugh as Carcat, now's your time. He reaches for another beetle as these guffaws subside, and eats it in a manner he hopes will convey his casual contempt for Dave's insinuation.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Do you have any idea how rich she is?
Dude, we're all rich. We, like, invented the fucking economy.
Well, yeah, but not like Crocker rich.
Anyway, no. I'm not running. You are.
Carcat stops chewing his beetle and does a literal spit take right into Dave's face.
Me?
Yeah, man. It's perfect. You're the ideal opponent to take her down, and TBH, just what this planet needs.
No, I'm not.
Yeah?
We established this how many years ago? I'm not a leader. I was never meant to be one. Jane probably is. Although, to be fair, I'm agreeing with you. She's a complete asshole. I'm just not the one to run an effective opposition campaign. How? I wouldn't even know where to start.
Obviously, you wouldn't do it on your own. I would help. I'd be like your campaign manager or chief, fuck. I don't know.
Chief strategy? Did you not know the word strategy?
I didn't think. My brain was like, that doesn't say strategy. That's strategiary.
Strategiary. You know what?
Strategy.
You know what? I'm glad I have you as a friend. You're expanding my vocabulary.
Strategy.
Sorry, that was a really fucking asshole thing to say.
I'm still relishing in strategy.
My brain was like, that doesn't say strategy. You're wrong. There's no way that's strategy.
Yeah, definitely not a word that's normally used. This is Homestuck.
I mean...
You know what? That's not actually an unfair thing to say.
But,
They normally use words that look like normal words, and then it's not. Like apropos instead of appropriate.
Anyway, fucking...
That's just something that books say. Books use that.
I never heard apropos until I read Homestuck.
I've heard it plenty.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of same on that one.
I use apropos all the time.
When's the
You
last
also
time
all
you-
read Homestuck before, like...
Apropos of nothing. I've heard that like a fucking million times. Anyway, it's not important. Let's just
Okay,
continue.
continuing on.
At least Hadron is intelligent.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
then.
excuse me, I didn't graduate high school.
Okay, that's not what I meant. I was not trying to say that you aren't. I was just saying.
I dropped out of college, but okay.
I mean,
Oh my
I was going.
I don't know what that propose means.
I was going to be going and being a logistics major, so like, don't worry about it.
It's okay, we're just fucking shit. Anyway, our chief strategy guy, or whatever. Also, you're wrong. You were meant to be a leader, and you'd be a good one. Just not the kind of leader you always thought you'd be. Not a...
Bellicose.
Okay. Bellicose conquering dickhead who commands fear and respect. Just a guy who is cool and nice and actually cares about stuff, and everyone loves them for that reason.
People don't love me.
You're breaking
I
my
know.
heart, dude. BRB, gonna hit the toilet for a quick power sob.
Shut the fuck up.
It still amazes me how little awareness you genuinely seem to have of how immensely popular you are on this planet. It's fucking adorable.
You're wrong. All I see is Jake on TV, and Jane in the news stories about her stupid business, and Dirk doing whatever fucked up shit he's doing with his celebrity presidents. I see your mug a lot too, Mr. fucking political puppet master. You get more votes than me, and you know it. You're probably just a coward.
You only see famous humans on TV because you just avoid all Troll Kingdom channels deliberately. You hate it when you see yourself on TV. Don't pretend I don't notice you change the channel as fast as possible whenever you see yourself.
Yeah, well, maybe I...
Carcat hesitates, then slouches back on the couch cushions, into the couch cushions, restoring the customary 1.5 feet of space he and Dave usually keep between them, except when watching horror movies, eating chips, or talking about the top 600 stupid things Carcat saw earlier that day because he made his intrepid annual decision to go outside.
Maybe I don't actually like being famous. And maybe that's a good fucking reason as any not to run for the fucking presidency of Earth. Not to mention the idea of an election is kind of a fucked up and weird thing to me culturally anyway. And I'm still kind of getting used to the idea that people can just choose their fucking leaders and not have the same old merciless bitch in power for several million years.
Well, what better way to acquaint yourself with democracy than to take a crack at high office yourself? Dude, seriously, you would absolutely kill it with the troll voting bloc. The entire kingdom would vote for you. They'd go ballistic if they heard a troll actually had the guts to run against Jane, let alone one of their heroes. And frankly, just between you and me, Jane is... How do I put this?
What?
Okay, I'll just be the one to come out and say it. She's going to be a fucking disaster for the economy. I guess I have to admit, part of this for me personally, it's
What are you saying, Dave?
Obama.
Very slowly, Carcat raises his right palm and forcefully unites it with his face.
He barely even got a chance to prove himself. He was sworn into office and it was cool and everything was gonna be great, but then everyone died in a few months later because of meteors. Dude was just getting more. Hello! In and out, in and out. Shut the fuck up. You ruined my line. Dude was just getting warmed up. So sad. I wonder if he would have fixed the economy. I bet he would have fixed the economy.
Dave, as much as I enjoy listening to you ramble through yet another chapter of your freestyle Obama fanfiction, don't you already have a basis for knowing how his presidency would have gone? I mean, wasn't he president in the same timeline Jane grew up into?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course I know that. I just don't like to think how much about that timeline. It doesn't really feel like it's canon.
Didn't some clowns take over the world or something?
I don't want to talk about it. The point is, in the world that mattered more, I mean, like, the one I belonged to that I used to imagine had a real future, that didn't involve meteors or a fish dictator or the American political landscape turning into a nightmarish daily joke. I still wonder what could have been. If the man could have saved us all, but instead he died probably. Or maybe not. Maybe there was like an escape hatch in the White House that led to his own secret presidential session of Spurb. What if he's just chilling there now?
Dave, I think we've covered your Obama secret session of Spurb theory well enough already.
I know. I'm just saying is all.
It's a beautiful dream. I fucking get it.
But yeah, it's more likely he just died. But maybe it doesn't have to be in vain. What if he died for our sins or something?
Sounds fucking meaningless.
Yeah, but I mean, what if, like, he could be reborn?
Yes, we've been over your Obama god tier headcanons too.
No, like, reborn as you, metaphorically. You could be the great president he never got the chance to be. You could give the people hope and shit. You could inspire trolls everywhere. Or really all non-human kingdoms. Show them anybody could be a president. Not just an endless parade of rich humans who think they all know what's best for everybody.
Dave, I'm pretty sure anyone could be president. It's always seemed to me that humans just seem to be more naturally ambitious, and that's why the power structures took the shape they did the last few millennia. I mean, I don't claim to be an expert on xenophysiology, but for some reason I struggle to imagine a fucking salamander getting the gumption to throw his crumpled hat into the ring for the presidency of Earth. Or the carapacians, for that matter. These are not ambitious creatures we're talking about here, Dave. They're a huge flock of wildebeest, Dave.
Carcat, don't stereotype. Remember the mayor. Remember how at one point, a long time ago, he raised an army and rebelled against an evil king.
Oh yeah. Somehow I always forget he did that. Kind of mind-boggling, really. Holy shit, I miss the mayor.
Me too.
Dave and Carcat both observe a moment of silence. A delicate and trembling pause of utmost respect to perhaps the greatest and purest being who had ever come forth from Paradox Space. Dave pats Carcat's knee comfortingly. Carcat lets out a quivering breath of sorrow into remembrance. Into this reverent silence, Dave says,
I was gonna be right back.
Oh, okay. I think it would be totally... do you want to wait for Rennie, or do you want to just go?
I mean, she's already read this as well, so like.
Oh, okay.
I
think he would totally be in favor of my idea, by the way. He loved democracy.
No shit, he was a fucking mayor.
I mean, just forget all the lizards and chess guys for a second. Just imagine the good you could do for the Troll Kingdom. You would do a much better job of speaking to the injustices trolls face than Jane would.
What injustices?
Dude, please. Where to even begin? I know Earthsea has generally been a pretty chill place to live, but there's been some shit going on that is legit creepy. All this population regulation bullshit that's been going on since we basically set up civilization and pieced out to the future. When you think about it, its long-term consequences, it's been fucking weird. Like the government being responsible for troll reproduction through cloning, a government that just happens to be predominantly human most of the time. Like, it makes sense on paper at first. No mother grub, gotta keep the race going and expand the population for a good while and get the numbers up. So Kanaya gets here and hatches the grub, and then I guess the system of, quote, natural reproduction can take over in theory, but after so many centuries of that shit, doesn't the weird political imbalance, like, get entrenched? There's a measure of real concern and passion working its way into Dave's voice. Carcat, despite his typical front of loud indignation, hangs on every word. And once Rose and Kanaya crank out a few more broods in the caverns, I guess we're supposed to think it's all fixed, right? Back to trolls as usual or something. But do you really think the human kingdom is going to just sit back and let the troll race proliferate wildly all over Earth, turn it into another Alternian empire? Folks know the history. They know about the Condus and all the violence and the hemospectrum and shit. They're scared to death of the possibility that trolls could run wild all over the planet.
Dave, I know all this. In fact, you know all of this because you've heard me say it to Kanaya 1,000 times. Actually, in an effort to not go fucking insane, I try not to think about it anymore.
Well, maybe it's time to start thinking about it again. Bro, did you know sitting on the sidelines in the face of oppression is tantamount to siding with oppressors? You think a Crocker administration is really going to go through with plans to deregulate troll breeding? She knows exactly what her base wants. I can already see the dog whistles in this press release. She isn't gonna do shit. And really, man, if nothing else, and I truly mean nothing, please, for the love of Christ, think of the economy. The outburst is all Karkat can do to release whatever tension Dave's impassioned appeal was causing to brew inside him. Motherfucker literally just told him to think of the economy. Jane has this reputation for being awesome at business, but IMO, she actually just sucks. She doesn't even seem to be remotely aware how much she's leveraged her status as a god to become a big shot trillionaire. I think she thinks it's all pure business acumen, but I think she doesn't really know what she's doing. Fuckers left and right just be tripping all day long to give her money hand over fist. Of course she's gonna milk her biz cred for all it's worth in this election. She's probably a better politician than a businesswoman. Actually, she is like sinister as fuck. I mean, she hides it well, don't get me wrong. Also, she isn't too hard on the eyes, which won't hurt her chances one bit. But she's going to be brutal on their pocketbooks. Just you wait.
I don't fucking believe this.
She doesn't know the nuances of second-hand comprehensive fiscal policy like I do. My skills are fucking legendary. I manipulated the stock market to assume control of the literal majority of all currency on the planet once. Granted, the economy was run by lobotomized reptiles, but still. Wait, that was specious. Sorry. The point stands, though. I know what I'm doing. What do you think is going to happen when Jane takes over and the economy crashes?
I don't know.
It's going to be pandemonium.
Will it actually be, though?
Well, I don't know. Okay, if shit goes sideways, I guess we aren't gonna see raggedy turtles and pauper chessmen standing in bread lines or anything. That's just the nature of alchemy-based post-scarcity economies. The depressions tend to be pretty mild. But it will still be bad. A healthy economy is fucking important, if for no other reason than it protects the societal context for what it means to be fucking rich, like us.
Just a thought. Let's come up with a different campaign slogan than that, okay?
Yeah, but the point is just, I guess, she sucks and shouldn't be president, the end. You don't even have to think about economic shit. I can do that for you. I'll be like the Treasury Secretary or something. Just please tell me you'll do this. Do it for the trolls, do it for the economy, do it for the mayor, but most of all... Dave wipes an invisible tear beneath the rim of his sunglasses. Do it for Obama.
God damn it, Dave! I don't really give a fuck about politics or being a leader anymore, and I think you know that. I don't care about the economy, and while I'm sure this Obama fellow was a hell of a guy, I couldn't give less of a fuck about him either. But I do care about you.
Dave smiles.
So, I'll do it. Why not?
Nice. Yeah, you won't regret it. This is gonna be dope. I think we have a great shot too. With my political savvy and economic genius and outrageous flair for subversive anti-establishment messaging and propaganda, and your big loud fucking mouth.
What the fuck?
I guess also your charisma and likability and shit.
Yeah, you might be right. I'm pretty sure I can fake those things well enough.
Oh, also your weirdly sincere humility.
I prefer the term self-loathing, actually.
Okay, let's try to avoid that phrase on the campaign trail, too.
This already sounds like a pain in the ass.
There's a gap of silence in the conversation, long enough for the audio from the television to become noticeable. Jake is rambling out a truly dire piece of slam poetry that involves, with zero hints of irony, the terms batty fane and mad as hops. The neon lights blaring out from the screen casts long waves of color along the black walls of the hive, It bounces off the glass of the framed print of Dave's, quote, least psychologically revealing Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff strip. Carcat sighs and rubs the space between his horns.
Can't I just read a bunch of bullshit you write for me off a teleprompter?
Yeah, there will definitely be plenty of that. Dave grabs his tablet off the shelf. He pivots back around and points the pen straight at Carcat. The arc of his arm's motion is polished and decisive, even though it's been a long time since he's properly used the sword. But you also need to be natural and speak from the heart and shit. Just like, talk to your people about stuff they care about.
My people? You mean trolls?
Oh, yeah, I guess that sounded bad, sorry. But, yeah, exactly. Trolls. That's gonna be your base, so you gotta rile them up and inspire them. I don't think you need any fancy speeches to do that. You'll be a natural.
If you say so. So, what do we actually do? I mean, next?
Dave plops down on the floor and gestures for Carcat to join him on the cold stone. He swipes the tablet on and taps the screen with the pen. Carcat lies down on his stomach and props his chin on his palms so that he can watch Dave scribble political ambitions directly into the shittiest paint program on his OS. Time to talk some strategy. We need to rally as much high-profile support to our cause as we can. But there are some, lines of loyalty to figure out.
What?
I mean, which of our friends are going to side with us and which ones will side with Jane. Pretty much all of us are famous and popular all over Earth to some degree. Some of us more so with certain kingdoms than others. And so some key endorsements going one way or the other could swing the whole election. Hang on, I just got a great idea. Like a really great idea.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Is that Paint 3D?
It's Paint 3D.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as the shittiest paint program on my OS.
I mean, it's worse than Paint.
That is true. Alright.
It's actually pretty good. You can do the 3D thing. So where are you drawing?
We're just gonna do how he does it. Okay.
What?
So then read your line. You said, "Oh great."
Oh, great. So it all comes down to how many famous humans like me better than Jane? We're fucked.
Well, not so fast. Let's think it through. You'll have overwhelming support in the... What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. You'll have overwhelming support in the Troll Kingdom. Jesus Christ, can I zoom out? This is very needless for a dumb joke, but I don't care. I'm still going through with this dumb joke. So troll.
You see, whenever someone's drawing something and they're like talking at the same time, it always ends up like this.
Yeah.
This is not me trying to like say you're doing a bad job or anything. I'm saying that it's unrealistic for Dave to be drawing and talking at the same time.
I'm back.
There would be a bunch of uhs and this
the-
and that.
What's happening?
Oh, it's just part of the conversation.
No, we've decided to just start doing art instead.
Yeah, this is a drawing stream instead, Paint 3D stream.
Okay.
Well, not so fast. Let's.
Because I can't say anything, I'm just gonna start drawing too in Paint 3D. I'm gonna make a little model. Anything you guys want to see?
You can share it, but.
Well, I'm not gonna show.
Oh yeah, we'll see it afterwards. Yeah.
No, what do you want me to draw? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't fucking know. I'm just doing this for the story.
All right, I'll draw a Homestuck piece.
Okay. You'll have overwhelming support in the Troll Kingdom, and so does Kanaya. She's pretty much a lock to be on your side. Dirk, unfortunately, is just as much a lock for Jane, I'm gonna guess. But after that, it's kind of a free-for-all. Roxy and Callie will probably be neutral. They have to pull a lot. They have a lot of pull with the Carapacians, though, so that would be a nice score to sway them. Rose will probably claim neutrality at first. But I'm betting that she can be cajoled by her wife to our side. And once we get Rose converting Roxy, probably won't be. And once we get Rose converting Roxy, probably won't be too hard. As for Jade, they stare at each other. Karkat sighs, and Dave taps his pen against the tablet screen in a slow, uneven staccato. I think it's fair to say
The quality of these drawings is unparalleled.
Well, you know what? I'm just a modern day Dave. I think it's fair to say she's going to be on our side.
Who is Troll Shakespeare, by the way? Don't forget.
Troll Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Dave is Troll Shakespeare. Don't forget.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Maybe a little too much, so... Karkat? Hello? Karkat, you're lying.
Would you like me to reprise my role as Dave?
Oh, sure. Go for it. Your line is maybe a little too much, so... Rennie.
Well, I mean, we got a Karkat.
I already read it, but my fucking shit fucked up. I did say yeah, though.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Krabs. Actually, I kind of want to keep Dave.
Mr. Krabs.
So what'd you say?
I kind of want to keep Dave.
Okay.
Just because I'm going through this full bit and everything.
You're still doing the... Oh my god.
I mean, technically, you could still, like, do the bit while she speaks.
You can.
That is technically true, yes. Alright. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Maybe a little too much, so.
Yeah. I wasn't going to be the one to say it, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Of course, we want to help her, and her endorsement will go a long way. But I think we gotta sort out, like, the hierarchical approach to campaign strategy. Keep it organized and disciplined with roles well defined. Not let things get too murky with personal shit.
I think we're on the same page here, Dave.
Okay, cool. Anyway, let's come back to the Jade issue later. Let's see who else.
Egbert?
Right. John should be easy to convince, but I'm not sure how much of a factor he'll be in this campaign. Have no idea how long he'll be away on this mission Rose mentioned.
What? What mission?
Oh no, she's been hella cagey about it. Swore me to secrecy until the right time, whenever that is. Anyway, his endorsement would go a long way in swinging the consort kingdom.
Oh, fuck this shit. There's a thunderstorm going on outside my house.
Oh no!
There's lightning and everything. I'm gonna fucking shit a perfectly golden square brick. That would be huge! Aren't there like 100 billion of those fuckers? Securing that voting block should be able to win the whole thing for us.
Well, no. The population isn't that big. But yes, it's by far the most populous kingdom. Swinging them our way should help a lot, but it won't be enough to decide the whole thing. Consorts overwhelm the other kingdoms in sheer numbers, but due to unscrupulous gerrymandering, all kinds of fucked up voter suppression policies, and some electoral counterbalancing measures to account for their ridiculous population growth rate. Their voting power per capita is kind of pathetic. Also, it's hard to drive turnout. This may come as a shock, but legions of easily distracted, low-information amphibians primarily concerned with eating bugs and farming goddamned mushrooms aren't the most politically motivated demographic. So to get them out to the polls, we'll need to get them really excited.
Okay, I guess I'll have to trust your expertise on that, since I don't know the first fucking thing about how to inspire an unintelligent lizard.
Yeah, well, I don't either. But that brings us to Jake. What are you doing?
Oh, Jake's butt flexes on the television as if in response. Parquet cannot avoid watching it out from the corner of his eye.
Sounds like it's fucking hailing out there.
I can hear it. Like, think.
Yeah, it's hitting my AC. Oh my god, the lightning. I'm gonna fucking kill. Yeah.
They say.
Yep. Yep.
You good?
I'm fine. You guys know about me and thunderstorms, right?
I do.
No.
Ha!
Everything's gonna be alright.
Everything's gonna be alright. Just don't be afraid when things go bump in the night.
Yeah, like a phobia term for it.
I don't want to talk about it on stream.
Then I won't. I'll just type it in the chat for Hadron to see.
Oh, fuck.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, I can't argue with that. Oh,
Wait, are we at the...
yeah, we're at oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
No, this is important. Jake is a huge wild card here. I'm sure his endorsement would be completely up for grabs. He could go any way, including just getting turned off by the whole thing and just staying apolitical. So we have to be careful about how we approach him. Jake is the only one who's wildly popular in all four kingdoms.
Well, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, so an endorsement from him would be huge. Seriously, just running one ad of him doing his double pistol winking bullshit.
Oh my god.
Under it saying vote Carcat might be enough to win the whole election. Just have to get the fickle bastard to agree to that, which could be tricky. And honestly, I'd be shocked if Jane hasn't already started courting his vote. There's no way she doesn't understand the political stakes.
So it all comes down to the Jake stakes then.
Pretty much. The Jake Stakes 2.0.
What? There was a 1.0? When did that happen?
Oh, that's like a whole story.
Is this gonna be another anecdote about the Jake squad I won't care about and don't want to fucking hear?
That sounds like the exact kind of opinion you'd have about it, so yeah.
Then I don't want to fucking hear about it.
Okay. Shit, hold up.
What?
Dave fishes his phone out from his lap.
Dirk's calling me.
What the fuck does he want?
IDK, he just calls me out of the blue from time to time to talk shit, usually about nothing whatsoever. He'll probably joke about how he needs me to cut off his head.
Huh?
It's a running gag he's been running into the ground for years. Motherfucker is dedicated to his memes, I'll give him that.
You said he's going to be a Crocker loyalist, right?
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it.
You don't think he's trying to do some reconnaissance work here? Like, intel gathering?
He doesn't even know you're entering the race yet. No one does.
Okay. Good. I guess you'd better answer then.
Okay, well, I missed the call while you were bullshitting about it. Yeah, I'll just call him back now.
Dave hits the callback button. On the television, Dirk's phone begins ringing.
Sup?
Hey, dude. Dave hears the reply through his phone, and then a moment later through the TV. Due to the broadcasting delay, the whole show is stopped so that Dirk can take this call. The camera zooms in on where he's casually lying on the mat, bruised and a little bit bloody. In the background, Jake strikes an attractive cocked hip pose. He's spinning a revolver around on one finger, affecting an aura of attractive indifference. But the look he's shooting his sparring partner is caught halfway between confused and exasperated. Crocat looks from Dave to the TV and back again. Got your sword handy?
Always.
Good. See, I'm sort of in a bind here, and I'm afraid there's only one way out.
Okay, I'm fucking leaving.
Okay, what did everybody think of that one?
I'm still making the art. Give me a moment. I'm almost done.
And if anybody wants to take a screen cap of this, I'm putting it up here. This dumb doodle. This is officially canon. This is exactly what happened. This is exactly what he drew.
I'm forgetting.
Let's see if we can. Let's see if I can 3Dify all this.
Hold on.
Nope, that is not what I meant to do.
Woo! Dun, 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 dun.
Is there a way I can make all the texturing smooth?
Dun, 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 dun.
Why did it just select these two?
I think you're on a layer or something.
There are no layers in this shitty ass program.
You did so. You moved just to the Jane earlier.
Yeah, but that was because of magic select. Oh my god.
I think you still have magic select on.
I don't know how to turn it off. It doesn't matter.
Together.
So I guess we're on M3.
Give me a moment.
Give me a moment.
Give me a moment.
Give me a moment.
I'm almost
Gio,
done.
Give me a moment.
You haven't had a line in a while, so you can do narration if you want.
That's fine. I'm done with my image.
Okay,
Oh, wait.
let me see it.
I've spent a long time on this.
I'm waiting.
Let's go, baby.
Look at the stream right now.
He's dressed like fucking Edgeworth.
It's like Dave dressed him.
There he is. I'll be right back. I'm taking a piss.
Okay.
This is the best fucking image. Somebody pin that.
Oh, no, I'm on it. Fucking hell. That is a beautiful piece of artwork.
That's quality.
I freaking hate painting. It's the worst.
I love it.
Wait, you did that in Paint 3D, huh?
Yeah, I did all of it in Paint 3D. Oh, I just moved them all, and then everything broke.
I wanna.
This is what it looks like now.
I want to know what broke means.
Hold on.
Oh, he's had a bad hair day.
I think that's more than a bad hair day. Look at what has happened to his horns.
Don't you know his horns are malleable?
They're malleable
They're
and
like
detachable.
They're like silly putty.
It's like, that's why he doesn't want people touching them, because then he has to reshape them.
He has to reshape them and like put them back in their proper place.
The trolls are just
No, wait, even better. No, it's not just silly putty. They're silly putty with magnets in them. That's how they stay on his head.
There's not like silly putty with maggots. They're basically like that material you make those cosplay horns out of. No, they're like those freaking fuzzy horns that people used to
You
know.
mean the ones that were released at a time where the Tavros ones just sank?
Yeah. Why'd they do that?
I don't know why they did that. Like, the shorter ones looked really good, but like a lot of them just fell because they were too heavy.
That video about the.
Yeah.
That was a funny
I
video.
saw a fucking one
There's the video.
cosplay. Like, I don't remember if they were doing Rufio or Tavros, but basically they had horns that were like stupidly fucking long. Like, they were as long as one of those tables you'd see at a panel where they have a bunch of people sitting. Then that was the length of one horn.
What?
Both horns were the same length.
Also, am I really?
No,
We're in the
fine.
distance.
You're at a distance. Yes.
Still, yeah.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Welcome in, Verizon. Come in.
She's slowly dying. I think she's gone.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
The cries of the damned.
To a life without you.
Oh no, Jude!
Without you.
No, she's back at her computer.
If you ever leave,
What the
baby, that would take away everything that's real in my life.
I love it when you sing to me, baby.
Tell me how do I live without you? I wanna know, how do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how could I ever survive? Nick Smalley on guitar, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the only song. Come on.
Okay, I'll stop.
Thanks.
Still going.
That's just the song that was on when I got back. Oh, I love streaming. It's so fun. What is this? What is this for?
The model broke.
Yeah.
No, why the second image though?
The
It's me
model
when the
broke.
Blues come in.
Okay.
Alright then.
So what are we doing? Am I doing the...
Narration, yeah.
Okay, I can do that. That's a good amount. Right. I haven't talked in like 50 years now, so...
Meet 3.
For what?
I know, I just wanted to do a dramatic opening.
Okay. John. You zapped back into canon. It's been so long, you'd forgotten what it feels like. The atmosphere smacks unmistakably of... How can you describe it? Relevance? Legitimacy? Funny how you would never have thought to put it that way until you left. It takes you a moment to recognize where you are, even though Rose's instructions were very specific. A place bright and gaudy and filled with the stench of teenage ennui. It's your old living room on the Gold Battleship, where you spent 3 years caught up in a lot of weird, furry romantic drama while learning to unlove everything you once held sacred. 3 long, boring years. Years that, technically speaking, never even happened, now that you think about it. You have the very retcon powers that just brought you back here to thank for that. You barely have time to take in the sick, nostalgic feeling that all the globes and tangle buddies and avant-garde mime art evokes. The fridge pops open and out roll Arania and Gamzee. Gamzee honks and his codpiece jiggles ominously. Arania staggers to her feet, looking rather pleased with herself, until she notices you and gapes in bewilderment.
What are you doing here?
Rose was perfectly clear about what to do next. You make a fist and sort of flinch and look away when you do it. No matter how many years you've spent living on a planet with absolute gender parity, this feels wrong. Still, you hit Araya pretty hard, underestimating your own strength just as badly as you did the last time you clobbered a hapless circuit. She goes flying back, hits the couch, and KOs instantly into a pile of smuppets. You then take her wrist in your hand, slide the ring off her finger, and pocket it. Isn't there something you're forgetting? Gamgee stares up at you with his horrible, limpid eyes. There's something serene, sinister, and sensual all at once about the look he's laying on you. It sends a shiver up the whole length of your spine. No. Do everyone a favor and put an end to his preposterous narrative resonance. I know, I'm bad at words. You wisely decide that this clown will lend nothing valuable to the narrative whatsoever if he is allowed to remain outside of your childhood refrigerator. You put both hands on his chest and shove him into the fridge where he belongs. He goes easily, issuing only a pair of weak honks in protest. You slam the fridge shut and resolve to never think about Gamgee Makara ever again. That's the next plot point. That was a really short chapter, and I enjoyed it because it allowed someone to get punched and Gamgee went back in the fridge. So that's my review of this episode. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Make sure to like and follow and subscribe.
What was everyone's thoughts? Arania was here, which was pretty cool. I didn't do a good job at voicing her only line in this entire thing. Which sucks, because I kind of like Arania.
Yeah.
My favorite part is when she died.
That's a part.
Yeah. Actually, she died twice. My favorite part is when she died twice.
Okay.
So this was like right before Game Over. So Game Over doesn't happen in this version of events. Which I guess means it doesn't happen at all? I don't fucking know how it works.
That's how retcon is normally. It literally rewrites it. Unlike how Dave's time shenanigans, like, make it so there's dead Daves, retcon powers actually just rewrite what fucking happened.
Yep. This is the time travel is time travel, and this is narrative relevance. It's freaking messed up.
Alright. Meet 4.
Hello.
Okay, so let's sort this out. I'll do Dave.
Hi, I'm 4.
Hello. That's what I've been making the whole time. Come on.
Oh, have you been making that joke the whole time? I only caught on just now. So Jade is here.
Yeah, so I believe it should be Jade as Ranny, and then Dave as me, and then obviously Hadron's doing John, and then
John and John. I'll do one of the Johns.
Which John?
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Well, no, there's like 3 Johns here.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, okay?
Okay, all of you each do a John.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, why don't I just do the... Why don't I just do the less relevant Johns?
There you go.
Okay. Fine. You'll be John, and
I'll be the discount Egberts.
Yeah. The great value ones.
Exactly.
The ones in the 99-cent store, like Goodwill.
Yeah.
They still taste good, but they're obviously fake.
You arrive in the land of heat and clockwork in a flash of white. A column of brutally hot air blasts up from the lava below and instantly hits your entire body. Luckily, you're fairly immortal, so the only damage it does is to fog up your glasses a bit. Though through the condensation, you can make out the shapes of Dave and Jade below, as well as 2 more of you hovering in the air. Both Johns turn to look at you. On the ground, Dave is talking in a particular cadence, one that is familiar to you. His longtime best buddy. Casual, wandering, verging on droning. It's a good indication he'll be monologuing for a while, and probably already has been.
I'm serious. The thing is, being a time guy, like actually mastering time travel, I'm pretty sure what that involves is learning to never use it. See, it's like karate. Well, it's more like what they say about karate, that you learn it so that you don't use it. But, I mean, we all know the truth about karate is if you know karate, then obviously in reality you use it all the time. like doing the fucking crane kicks and sweet karate chops while walking down the street just because you can. It's a goddamn no-brainer. That's what you do with karate. John, what the fuck are you doing here? Wait, actually, 3 Johns. Hey, 3 Johns, what the fuck are 3 Johns doing here?
It's a fair question, which logically should have been directed to the oldest and most knowledgeable John. Nevertheless, one of the younger Johns replies first. I don't know.
John, don't worry about it. I'll take things from here.
Johns, don't get me wrong, it's cool that you all randomly dropped by again, but this wasn't really the best time. We were kind of in the middle of a thing here.
Whoops, sorry. Actually, I only came here to swoop in and zap this John away without being seen. To retcon away the mess I made earlier. I didn't expect to see another John here.
Hey, other John. I said I'll handle it. I'm the only one who actually knows what's going on here.
God damn it, Johns, what the fuck did you do?
Young Dave, please. Let me deal with the Johns first, then I'll explain.
Young Dave? Oh, yeah, why are you fucking adult now?
You want to try that again?
No.
Why are you fucking adult now?
That's what he fucking said, and that's what's
Why are
written
you
there.
a fucking
You missed.
adult?
Why
You
are you
missed a
fucking
word.
adult now? Why are you fucking adult now? Why are you fucking adult now? Did you
Okay.
grow up and start time traveling again? Try to fucking live with it.
Will
I'm
someone
alone.
tell me what the fuck is going on? Wait, shit! I fucked up my line. No, God damn it! You made me fuck up my line. 'Cause you fucked up your line.
Hypocrites!
Okay,
Drown the hypocrites!
Hypocrite.
All right, shit. I'm drowning.
Okay.
Oh,
You can try again if you want.
Okay. Will someone tell me what the fuck is happening?
John, there's no reason for you to hang around anymore. Not to sound like a wet blanket, but the things you're trying to accomplish are now useless, so you can just zap away and do whatever you want.
Useless? Wait.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I'm sure you could still go and do what I did when I originally did what you're currently trying to do.
Jesus, John.
In fact, it still will probably be a very rewarding experience. Some of my best memories happen right after you do what you're about to do next. The point is, you should just go do it, so that you aren't here anymore. I'm here to make sure some new and different important things happen, and those things don't include you.
Oh. Okay. The useless Johns zap away. You sincerely hope they have a beautiful and fulfilling youth, which you, as the current John, know they don't have.
Adult John, what the fuck have you done? Is this some time travel shit? Please don't tell me you've been spending the next however many years bungling through time like this, because, TBH, if what I just witnessed was even remotely indicative of shit you get up to on the recurring basis, then your future is almost too embarrassing to even think about. And this is coming from a teenager who was just in the middle of an angsty episode.
True.
No, Team Dave. This is not at all representative of my habits as an adult, but thanks for the concern. I'm not time traveling, and neither were the other Johns. I used my retcon abilities to travel here from the future, in a manner of speaking.
Sounds fucking stupid.
It is stupid, but that's just how things are.
I'm a little confused. I'm supposed to be hunting you down and capturing you, but I'm not sure if the adult version of you counts. I think the Condis might just be confused if I brought her an adult John. There will be a lot of questions that need answering, that's for sure.
No, you don't need to capture me, and you wouldn't be able to even if you wanted to, since my existence literally transcends the confines of canon.
Well, I guess that simplifies things then?
Yeah, pretty much.
In that case, would you mind giving me and Dave a few minutes to wrap up our conversation? We were sort of in the middle of something important, I think.
No, you really weren't. Sorry to be the bearer of lame news, like I was just to those other Johns. Whatever you were saying doesn't matter anymore. Nothing that's happening here matters at all. This session, this whole takeover by the Condess, this isn't how a universe gets made.
It's not?
No. Well, I mean, it is, but it already happened. We already made it. And we've been living in it for years already, from my perspective.
Oh yeah, how is it?
Pretty cool. I mean, a little boring at times, but hey, that's life.
Yeah, that's about how I thought it would be. So what now? If it's all a done deal, like preemptively speaking, can we all just relax or what?
Actually, no.
Fuck.
Ah! I just realized why she sent me to this point in time to start recruiting you all.
What? Who?
Rose,
Why'd she do that? And what do you mean recruit? What the hell is going on?
this is the moment after you made your legendary cue ball sword. You're going to need it.
For what?
To come fight Lord English with me.
Dave's eyebrows descend beneath his sunglasses. You feel pretty bad, because you're about to completely circumvent the life-changing epiphany he's just had. Now that you know, for a fact will make him a happier, chiller, and altogether more well-balanced human being.
Oh shit.
What? John, he is not going to fight Lord English just yet. He is staying right here. Old lady's orders.
Actually, yeah, he is. And so are you. We all are.
Oh my god, how dare you!
Jade, you're brainwashed. Sorry, nothing you're saying now means anything. It's fine now. You'll stop being brainwashed once I zap you outside the influence of the contest.
You're not zapping me anywhere!
Yes, I am. Watch this.
Just love the fucking way you deliver that. That was really funny.
Just like when you got up in the mic, you're like, no.
That was really good. Zap Grimbark Jade out of there. You set a hand on Jade's shoulders and zap her off to a better place. Then you touch down on the concrete surface where the whole pointless confrontation was taking place so that you can talk Dave around whatever it is he's going through right now. Dave, like his ecto-sister, really needs to get in an absurd amount of extraneous words before he can fully process the situation. The mayor tips his head at you and fiddles with his sash. God damn, you missed the mayor.
So what do we do next?
Well, I'll leave you to hang out with Jade for a bit while I go round up the others.
What others? Like everyone?
Yes. Rose and the other four.
I see. So sorry if I seem a little slow here. I'm just trying to figure this out. You're telling me that I made this sword because I'm destined to defeat Lord English, and we've all been training for that day our whole lives to some extent, more or less. And we are actually successful here. Like, we overthrow the Condis and make a universe and everything, and then we sit on our asses for several years in the new universe and become adults and lead mostly boring lives instead of going off to fight him.
Yes.
Guess that makes sense. Now that I think about it, that's probably what I want to do by the time we finally wrap up this whole hot mess.
Yep. It is what you want to do. And pretty much everyone else agreed, including me, so that's what we did.
Which, I guess begs the question, if it seemed pointless at the time and nobody could be asked to go fight him when we all had our shit together, why does it suddenly become important to go back and beat him years after we've become a bunch of lazy adults with boring lives?
I pretty much had the same questions, Dave. There are probably some pretty good answers to that. Definitely some complicated answers. But to be honest, I kind of forget what they actually were.
God damn it, John.
It has something to do with canon unraveling and such. We all live outside canon in the future, and if we don't go do this, everything will stop meaning anything.
Does anything you said actually mean anything in the first place?
That's a great question, Dave. One I can't say I'm qualified to answer. I think the bottom line is, this is what Rose said we had to do, so that's why we're doing it.
Sounds like a bullshit reason if I ever heard one.
You might be right. But it's less of a reason than any other reason we currently have to go fight him.
Damn, you're right. I don't know how you did it, but somehow instantly sold me completely. Fuck you, adult Egbert.
Still got it. Smiley face.
You zap Dave off to where he needs to go. The mayor is still staring at you, blinking his buggy little eyes. You shoot him a warm smile and a thumbs up before bouncing off into the ether of infinity. The ether! Ether! Get it? It's Ike. I used to spam ether as Ike all the time. Just because I like that voice clip. Hi, hello, Angel UT. Welcome to the stream. So what did everybody think of that last chapter? How we feeling?
I believe after this next one, me and Ranny will be like at the point where we were.
Oh, so like the stream is caught up with you?
No, I think we made it to 5, I think.
This is 5.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright, we're good.
Yeah.
This reminds me of in Homestuck. There's this part where John does a bunch of stupid stuff. I mean, that's Homestuck, but John does
You
a
mean
bunch
with
of
the
stupid
scarf?
stuff. No.
Isn't that just
Oh.
John's entire character doing stupid things?
I mean, yeah, but they're stupid things of importance. I mean, that's also a lie, but...
You spilled lipstick in my Valentino white bag.
No, but this is one part where everyone gets teleported in while John's building like a deck of card house and stuff like that. Do you guys remember that part?
I do.
After that, there was a big long pause in Homestuck, and then they came back, and they cut to everything. They cut to everyone being on separate planets. What happened? What happened? Now you might be saying, why is that important to this? And the answer is it's not. But that feels like a big plot hole to me, and I thought I'd just bring it up. This story's okay though. Also, Johnny Kirk was missing.
Mysteries upon mysteries.
Yeah. We are on meet 5.
Hello.
Hi, I'm 5. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Who's doing what?
Here, shake my hand.
Okay, it's a bit awkward, but I'm just gonna jam my hand at the... There we go. There we go. Alright.
I had to turn my hand the other way because I'm using my left hand.
I typically use my left hand.
Aha! Right hand!
Frick. Your left hand, that's the sinister hand! You can't just use that!
I'm left-handed.
I'm left-handed too.
I'm left-handed too,
laws
but I
about
used my
this.
right hand.
Alright, well...
The laws
Anyway.
are dedicated to using your right hand. Please follow the laws. Then again, I guess breaking the laws is good.
Yeah.
You can have that recorded down. That's
Hell,
fine.
you
Jet-
can break the laws.
Jets.
Use both hands.
Jet Set Radio!
Okay, hello.
Okay. The stands of the Cantown Memorial Arena are packed front to back with audience members from every kingdom. Presently, the crowd is going nuts, enthralled by Jake English's skillful posing and mollified by the deeply theatrical stage dive that Dirk has just taken onto the mat. Dirk, in fact, has unquestioningly eaten shit. His shitting was so brutal that no one, except maybe Jake, cares that he's taking a phone call in the middle of a live broadcast. And no one should, really. The broadcast has been going on for 3 hours already. Dave takes a seat on the couch, right in Karkat's butt groove. He observes his battered ecto-father, who is lying inside a wreath of busted robot limbs like a piece of absolute garbage.
Bro, I'm watching you on the tube, and I gotta say, while the beatdown you just received was as thorough as it was humiliating, I'm afraid, as usual, the solution to this problem should probably not involve your decapitation, you fucking drama queen.
Damn, are you sure?
Yeah, Jake just kicked your ass. That's really all there is to say on the matter.
You're probably right, but still not entirely sure we should be so quick to rule out my beheading as a catch-all solution to any given problem. It really could save us all a lot of trouble in the future, especially me.
It's really amazing how this meme we have going here continues to be exactly as funny as the day it was established.
Isn't it always funny, though?
Yeah, by the way, how did you get your ass kicked so bad? Jake sucks and his raps are fucking awful. Please tell me this garbage show is as rigged as it looks.
On the TV, Dirk makes an elegant hand sign that once might have represented solidarity with some ancient coastal rap group, but has now been utterly divorced from its cultural context here on Earthsea. The camera pans away from him and over the crowd. It zooms in on a young crocodile wearing an oversized t-shirt with Jake's highly marketable ass plastered over it, and the phrase "Tally-ho! Tally-ho!" written in big bubble letters. Dave, there's such a thing as showmanship. I'm sure I don't need to explain this to you, of all people.
Okay, cool, it's fake, just making sure.
We don't really like to use that word.
Okay.
Holding back a little to achieve certain results doesn't necessarily mean you're participating in a farce or rigging the event. We do this all the time. We hold back our thoughts, our true feelings, our full potential. We disguise how much we know about what and when for many purposes. To ease relations, to let others behave naturally and make up for their minds without undue intervention. To wait for the right moment to show our hands, to pick our battles. In life, there are many reasons to show restraint, which would never be regarded as an attempt to rig reality.
Oof. My dog, you are full of some shit today, aren't you?
Absolutely. When it comes to theater, there are just as many reasons for restraint. To build tension, to set the stage, to give the people someone to root against.
Is that what you're doing now? Making people root against you?
What, by losing a round? No, man. That's just standard pacing stuff when it comes to battlecraft.
No, I mean by holding up the whole fight by talking to me. I can see you on TV. They're booing you, dude.
The crowd has indeed finally exhausted both its patience and its thirst for the ceaseless ogling of Jake's impressive glutes. The camera swings around to focus on Dirk, who, since landing on his self-admittedly second-rate ass, has not moved except to make arcane, rap-related hand gestures. The excitable salamander manning the camera switches to a fisheye lens for some unfathomable reason, giving the whole exchange an air of demented absurdity. Dirk's sunglasses distort and stretch to dominate the entire screen. Randy, you get Jake. Or, Hadron, you get Jake.
I get Jake?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I was... Okay.
Trying to take a nap.
Yeah.
No, you're not
No,
allowed.
I was looking at that. Okay, what? What are we doing? This? No? Hold on.
Yeah.
You're Jake.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Then
Okay.
yes. I guess that is what I'm doing.
Dirk. Hold
There's
on.
more.
I know there is more.
You alright?
I've
All
done
of Jake's
before.
lines, not the first one. Okay.
Not the
Just
first
making
one.
sure.
I'm just trying. I don't have. Listen, my voice brain is very small.
Your
compared
voice
to other
brain?
people.
Just try to do an accent or something.
Oh boy, good
Dirk.
luck with that.
Are y'all going to be much longer with your telephone call?
Southern drawl. No,
That's not.
no, keep going.
That's not quite what we were looking for.
That doesn't matter. That's what we were looking for.
No.
Okay.
That's what we were looking for.
Oh my god.
I would-
Okay.
You're hired.
I mean,
Just
I
go.
really-
Just go.
okay.
Just go.
I mean, the best representation of an English voice would be my friends from Australia. So, no.
Just do what you were doing. I'm happy.
Okay. The crowd's getting feisty. We didn't get too badly winded from our last scrum, did you, Dirk?
Haha, no, Jake, I'm fine. I'll just be a minute.
What about agitated rabble? They're starting to throw things.
I don't know. Do a dance or something. In a song. They love anything you do.
Okay. Sounds stupid, but I'll try.
Sounds like what is that guy's name? Johnny Bravo?
Sounds stupid, but I'll give it a try.
That's not Johnny Bravo. That's frickin'...
That's some. I'm thinking of something else. All right.
You're thinking of Star Trek, man. What's his name?
What? No.
The Star Trek man. The dude.
No. I'm not. I'm not doing.
I'm thinking of Johnny Bravo.
I'm not doing
I mean-
Kirk.
Kirk.
Or-
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
name.
it's an almost Elvis Presley-like quality to it.
Yeah, it's Okay, sounds stupid, Mama, but I'll try.
Oh, never do that.
Sounds stupid, mama, but I'll try.
Jake tips an imaginary hat towards.
I
don't fucking care.
Like Johnny Bravo.
No, we are not doing a Johnny Bravo reads the epilogue.
And begins doing the Charleston. Dave is subjected to an entire fisheye lens full of Jake's booty shorts, flexing and constricting against his tanned thighs.
This went from an okay audiobook to the best audiobook I've ever heard.
Just as Dirk predicted.
lines is Johnny Bravo now.
Just as Dirk predicted, the crowd immediately loses its shit, except for a single carapacian in the front row, who continues to glower at Dirk with an expression of absolute and total contempt.
Why do you want people to hate you so much?
I'm gonna start hyperventilating. I hope you
To be fair, I've always thought Dave had an accent. So, but not that
You're
accent.
fine with him having Johnny Bravo accent.
We're not doing that.
Not.
No, forget it.
No,
Okay,
no, I will
Johnny Bravo
abandon-
Dave!
I will abandon the readings and I'll never read the prologue again.
I need to start making custom thumbnails so I can put Johnny Bravo in this one.
Why would you do that?
Because Johnny Bravo is an integral part of the story.
Because comedy sells.
Yeah, Johnny Bravo is
Well, actually,
he's the long lost Strylond. He's the long lost Strider.
I hate this.
yeah,
He does wear glasses.
he's basically ultimate bro.
Does anyone have a gun?
He's ultimate bro.
Bruh. Honestly.
Someone hand me the shooty bang bang right now.
Johnny Bravo is ultimate alpha Dave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shaking, mama. Talking to Carcat. What's shaking, Carcat?
You're reading way too much into it. If I wanted another round of embarrassingly indulgent and mutually masturbatory psychoanalysis, I would have called my daughter instead.
Do
Don't.
I need
Don't
to
do it.
point out-
Don't do it. Don't do it.
My hand is over the end call button. Don't
Do I need to
dare.
point out how fucking weird what you just said was, or can that start going without saying at this point?
I think it can go without saying.
Nice.
God damn it.
Alright then.
No, don't leave. No, don't leave. Oh no, you're good. Good. I was gonna fucking chase after you to the depths of hell to bring you back.
Wish
Hello?
more people were watching for the fucking Johnny Bravo Dave.
Don't worry. At least it's
Everyone's here.
when I put Johnny Bravo in the YouTube thumbnail for this, I'm sure people will watch.
Oh,
They're
sure.
gonna be like, what the fuck is going on?
He's blonde, he has shades, my dude. All he needs is a fucking record on his shirt.
Please stop.
Okay, I'll draw that.
If I see an edit of that later,
He
I'll
just said he would draw.
No, shut up. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to shoot Hadron.
That's fine, I'll buy.
Actually, that's what I wanted. To be shot, thanks.
I'll shoot your art then.
Please, I need to stop laughing.
Keep laughing, bitch.
Okay. I need another tissue. Oh man, all this phlegm and flesh again. Oh man.
Stop.
Oh
God damn it.
man.
All the meat.
Okay. The point is, playing myself up as a villain figure in this hacky rap pageant has nothing to do with getting people to dislike me. Besides, everyone loves a good villain. When they boo, they don't really mean it. I think you'd be surprised by how popular I actually am.
I don't know, man.
Then flies out of the audience and smacks Dirk in the side of the... Where the fuck is my mouse? On the side of the head, before flopping out of view of the camera. He doesn't react or make a facial expression at all.
Did someone just throw a diaper at you?
There's gonna be some diapers, yeah.
Sounds bad.
The point is, this is much less about me and more about providing a foil for Jake's heroism and charisma. It's very important that his popularity continues to be cultivated to maximize his political capital.
Political capital. What the fuck are... Okay, how long have you known about the Jane thing? I mean, is this something you've been planning for, like, a long time, or...
Planning is such an intense word.
God damn it.
Look, let's just say there have been some conversations. Does that meet with your approval?
Jane is a shitty candidate, dude. She's gonna be so shitty.
I thought you'd feel that way. I respectfully disagree.
I get she's a good friend of yours and all, but even you have to admit how far up her own ass she is.
Of course, I consider it to be among her best qualifications for the job.
Christ, okay, if nothing else, have you at least taken into account the devastation of the economy this will cause?
You know perfectly well how much we differ on fiscal policy. Maybe this isn't the best time for one of our epic debates on the subject?
Yeah, what was I thinking? Wasting the time of the dude currently holding up a televised rap contest so bad he's getting diapers thrown at him.
Okay. Dave, I think if you search your soul, you'll come to the same conclusion I have. Jane is just what this planet needs. We've all had our fun here, but it's easy to overlook the fact that civilization on Earthsea is hardly a sustainable proposition. Just beneath the surface, it's quite a dangerous and unstable place.
I know that. Which is why, actually, I think it would be cool to have a president that is good instead of bad.
He's not as great as you think.
What, who, Obama? How dare you?
No, fool. Carcat.
Oh.
I think your heart is in the right place. The dude is a complete amateur. He'll get eaten alive. Also, I have a hard time imagining he even wants the job. Really, it's an awful idea for him to even run. Think about how much it's going to inflame the interspecies tension on this planet. Is that what you want? I'm happy for both of you, really. It's nice that you encourage and support each other in this way, but you're sending him on a fool's errand which can only end badly. Dave opens his mouth to argue, but something else occurs to him.
Wait, how do you even know he's entering the race? We, just decided this.
A competent political operative has his ways. Besides, it was always pretty obvious to me you'd react this way the moment the announcement was made.
Okay, that's kind of creepy, I guess, but it doesn't change anything. He's running for president and he's going to fucking win. End of story.
Fair enough.
Though, now I'm wondering, since you and Jane have been planning this for a while now, how many key endorsements have you locked up? Because if you've already got Jake on your side, then I guess we might as well just fucking quit.
I wouldn't worry about that. He and I have quite the report we once don't have quite the report we once did. He's over me and doesn't spare opportunities to make ostentatious demonstration of this claim. Basically, he doesn't like being told what to do, especially not by me. So it's fair to say, as of now, he's still fully in play. Not that I should be encouraging you, really.
You're one double-talking son of a bitch. You know that? I can tell if you don't want us to run, or... I can't tell if you don't want us to run, or reverse psychology mind-fucking us into running.
Does it matter?
I guess not. Not like I can just stand around and wait for President Crocker to, write fucking grammar laws into the Constitution.
Good. That's a heroic attitude to have, which I'm pleased to hear. Even if your plan is stupid, which it is, and even if Carcat would be an atrocious president, which he would.
Nuh-uh.
Sorry to cut this short, but diapers are starting to come down pretty hard right now, and some of them haven't even had their babies removed.
What?
That was a joke. Goodbye, Dave. Dirk hangs up the phone and wipes off his face. The mood in Cantown Memorial Arena is tense, snapping and popping from the dual cooling and heating of the audience's expectations and tempers. An uneven silence begins to fall over the stadium as Dirk hops to his feet. Jake can't help but watch the motion, raking his eyes over the muscles shifting beneath the skin of Dirk's neck and arms. There's something implacably magnificent about Dirk Strider, Jake thinks. Untamed, like a wild beast of incredible size and strength. Of course, their history together is never far from Jake's mind, however many years it's been since their last tussle of an amorous nature. The old dramas and triumphs in the days of Spurb. Dirk's companionship has been taxing to the heart, to say the least, and yet he's taught Jake so much about combat, philosophy, life, love. But sometimes, despite their checkered and problematic past,
You son of a bitch!
Jake wishes that he could seize Dirk by the proverbial horns and wrest him bodily into becoming a much more agreeable fellow.
I'm gonna
Then
lose
again,
my fucking mind.
Who would Dirk be if he weren't so contentious and imperious? Certainly not someone to inspire such wistful lollygagging, Jake cannot help observe. Yo, it's gonna be alright.
Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Sorry for the momentary diversion, Jake. Now, where were we?
Momentary? Gadzooks, man. You were on the phone for half a friggin' hour. I know you like to get the crowd all hot and bothered, but we are supposed to be professionals here.
You're right. My bad. Won't happen again. How about you kick off the next round? I bet this crowd will settle its shit right down the moment you drop the latest rhymes you've been tinkering with. You know the ones.
You don't mean.
Oh, but I do. Jake's face lights up. He composes himself, adjusting a bow tie, although he is not wearing one, making a vague gesture like he's twirling one end of that mustache Dirk has not yet let him grow. Dirk lets him go with a gentle smile, like the sort you'd give to a dog for performing a trick adequately. Jake responds to the signal like an Olympic athlete hearing the starter pistol. He was born for this.
That's a lot.
I know. It's the worst part of this chapter, but it's also the best.
I
It's
get
also
to
the
read it.
best.
I know, and I get to read it. And I don't even have a voice. I was just doing the scientist voice from Half-Life 1. And I'll do it again.
I'll fucking do it again.
Tally ho, it's me, Jake McGee. Popping my pistols off, 2 shots and a kiss. My aim is tops, I never miss. The one shot to my heart and the other to your lips. I'm heedless, you can't impede this. Well, these calves are all hat and a little cattle. Cattle so weak one fears they might be feedless. As I prattle and digress, you try and make your egress in the middle of the battle. But surely ye jest, fiddle faddle. My rhymes are known to bring the rattle. I rattle those bones right down to the bit. In a mellifluous old chap who knows how to take a hit. I'm the tip-top of the morning. A rip-roaring halt to your snoring, like pouring butter on bacon. Their hunger awakens. All the rascally scallywags and dastardly Japanates always ask of me, mate, what is shaking? With golden gas pipes, such as Jake Eng's, I'm dodging their shade and ducking their jape slings, while my syrup stokes a thirst that my rhymes have been slicking. Me too.
That was a thing that I just heard. I don't know how that's supposed to be read. It doesn't have any kind of proper cadence to it.
I mean, I think the way Hadron did it was about as best you can get.
I think so, yeah. The crowd, as Dirk rightly predicted, has settled its shit right down.
Oh, hold on.
This is
hold on.
not-
I got vomit from saying that.
You got a what?
I got vomit from saying that. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, have fun. There he goes.
You're gone.
I hear the retching.
Oh, man. Oh, dude.
I'm back.
Oh, man, that
Okay,
must have
that's
really
cool.
affected you on an emotional level.
I guess you can't do any more voices because your throat's so fucked up now.
I was touched in the stomach by that. So, you know.
That could have gone several different ways.
Okay, the crowd, as Dirk rightly predicted, has settled its shit right down. This is not due to any accidental brilliance on the part of Jake English, but rather due to an abashed but loyalty brand kind of pity. The kind a devoted fan cannot help but feel when they see a beloved celebrity make an ass of themselves during a live broadcast they have waited 2.5 years in line to buy a ticket for. This is also known as watching the 2017 South by Southwest Sonic panel.
What happened to that again?
That was when they had all those technical errors. The buzzing the entire time, and also the Totino's pizza rolls.
That was 2016.
It was 2016? Alright, I meant 2016.
And that was not a panel.
Was that a panel? What was it then?
Just a thing they were having.
Okay, whatever. Dirk's phone begins going off again.
When the splendid light of the lays asks me, how do you do?
Whoops, Jake. Sorry to cut you off. Looks like I'm getting another call. Really need to take this one. Gonna have to wrap up this battle sooner than scheduled. With a casual flick of his wrist, Derek snaps out a bright red tranquilizer handgun and shoots Jake in the neck. Jake's glasses crack when he hits the mat. A chorus of boos rises up from the crowd like groundwater. Dirk artfully dodges a bucket of obscene troll fluid to field yet another very important personal call. Yo, Rose, what's up?
Oh, Dirk,
so what do we...
me?
Gadzooks, that was a real gun!
I'm gonna die.
So
just because I said all those things.
I just ate some candy, and I thought that was funny because we're reading meat. Since we're at the halfway point, I have meat. I'm going to cook some meat real quick so I can eat it during the stream.
And you can spit it out your nose or whatever?
Well, not that. It's not anything special. It's just a chicken patty that I bought at Walmart.
Okay.
There's like
flesh.
I think there's like 10 to a package or something, or I don't know, something like that.
Bro, get the salmonella.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. So what do we think about that chapter?
That's alright.
Decent enough.
That's it? Okay, we got comments.
What?
We can't understand you with your mouth full of meat.
Yeah.
It wasn't meat, actually, it was a muffin.
Muffin meat.
All I heard was we got Sonic, and I think that's because of my predisposition to
We
Sonic.
got comments.
Comments.
Twitch chat. Eat it raw. I'm afraid I cannot eat a chicken patty raw. My teeth are not strong enough, and neither is my immune system.
No, it's okay. Just get a little salmonella. You'll be stronger for it. Trust me.
I think you're thinking of vanilla, and that also is not what vanilla does.
No. Shh. It's okay. I ate like 3 raw chicken breasts once, and I'm okay.
Bitch,
Maybe.
I used to eat like fucking 2
Are you
packages.
okay?
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know.
I used to eat raw cookie dough by the fucking pack load.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
but
that
the
shit's way safer.
I mean, yeah, and also I
And
recently
besides,
bought edible cookie dough.
Here's the thing. Salmonella's only in 2 things: uncooked chicken and the outside of an egg. It's not on
Really?
the inside. As long as, yeah, literally, you just have to wash the egg really super good, and then no salmonella.
I mean, I guess
So-
that makes sense.
Can I eat?
Because it literally
The
came out of a
eggshells?
chicken asshole.
Can you eat what?
Can I eat the eggshell?
No, don't eat that.
Actually, that's the only edible part of an egg. The inside is very toxic.
Which is why we throw the shells into everything.
Yeah, exactly. See, you get it.
We save the shells for snacks.
Exactly. And, you know, we feed the rest of it to, like, dogs and shit.
Especially the bones. The dogs love the bones, how it shreds up their stomach.
I'm sorry, the bones of the eggs?
Yes, the bones of the egg.
Eggs aren't real? I'm
Okay,
pretty certain
so-
that eggs aren't real. You're right.
So, I have the meat here. I'm just waiting for it to cool down. It's a little bit hot.
Fast.
I can't do that. I gotta savor
I
it.
cannot.
Tongue.
I would have had this image of Johnny Bravo done, but I had to voice Jake English.
Everyone, I'd like you to meet my good friend Six.
Who?
Meet Six.
What?
I'm confused.
Meet Six.
Oh! I get it!
Fucking idiots. I love you guys. I love you guys.
Okay.
Look, shut up. I might have a processing ability. Leave me alone.
Look up. The sky is really blue, but it's a different kind of blue than Earthsea's sky. It's less, somehow. Like someone took a photo of the sky and turned the contrast down a little, just to make the clouds blend into the horizon. That is to say, it isn't the kind of sky promised by a paradise planet, just an ordinary one. You realize how much you've missed the ordinary, as opposed to the supposedly perfect. You've been away from home almost as many years as you lived here. It's just not the sky. It's not just the sky. Everything else is exactly and nothing like you remembered it. The scent of damp grass, the quality of the air, the solitude. There's nothing but white houses and maple trees as far as the eye can see. A woodpecker raps away incessantly at the tree with the tire swing outside your old bedroom window. Yes, I almost said swag. Fuck it, who cares?
The tire swag.
The tire swag.
You couldn't think of anywhere else to go, so you and your little army are sitting in a circle in your old backyard exactly 1 week before the meteors hit. It's you, Rose, Dave, Jade, and all 4 of your teenage progenitors, each dressed in god-tier garb. No trolls, no one who can die from anything less than a heroic sacrifice. At least this is what you assume to be the reasoning for Rose's instructions to assemble your party this way. Wind slices down the street. Between the neat rows of bungalows, it's chilly, carrying air from the mountaintops with it. Even that feels distant. The wind moves through you now, under your skin and right into your bones, skimming their hollows the same way it does the homes of your salamander neighbors, or the open mailbox in front of your childhood house. The smell of cake baking wafts from the open window, and the sick stench of browning sugar fills the yard. You used to hate that too, but now it makes you want to... Dude, don't cry in front of all the cool teen versions of your friends. You hold back your tears with a big, ugly snort. Jake is sort of ruining the mood anyway by bouncing away on your old green slime pogo. Doesn't he realize how dangerous that thing is? Of course not. The fool. Dave fractures the silence by broaching a subject that's on everyone's mind but yours, apparently.
So, what's gonna happen to everyone we left in the wreck timeline?
Well, I don't know exactly. I've been to that timeline 4 times now, and it pretty much goes off.
Whoa. Should I read Rose too? I mean,
No, I'll
there's gonna
get
be
it.
like, what, all 4 of them? Yeah. Oh, there's gonna be all 4 of them. There's the only... Yeah, so all 4 of the regular humans, and then there's also gonna be Jake and Roxy.
This has been bothering me as well. Is Kanaya going to be okay? And by Kanaya, I guess I mean everyone?
Yeah, what about Karkat and Terezi? And the mayor?
Oh my god!
What?
Actually, Dave, I hate to say it, but I think John might have actually saved the mayor by bringing us all here.
What? What could that possibly even mean?
I just remembered. Before John zapped us all here and unbrainwashed me, I think I was going to kill the mayor.
What the fuck, Jade? No. Jade, that is seriously uncool.
I know! I was gonna kick him right into the lava.
That is fucked up on so many levels, I don't even know where to begin. It's like an Escher staircase of cartoony villainy. I got nothing. It's so...
Grimbark? Woof woof?
Jesus, Jade, it's stone cold evil. I can't believe you just said that shit and then woofed at me. I can't even look
Everyone, can we,
Everyone turns to look at you immediately, like you're an authority, which you kind of are. You are struck with the sudden and uncomfortable realization that you are the only adult in the yard. never felt like an adult until this moment. 18 came and went, and nothing really changed except that you're pretty certain you could grow a bitchin' mustache now if you wanted. And you might even have one by now if you didn't feel a sense of duty to uphold the sacred Egbert family tradition of shaving at least once per day, even if it isn't really necessary. You owe at least that much to the memory of your departed father.
Let's chill out for a minute. I'm sure this is all very confusing to all of you. About the timeline you're leaving behind, yeah, I get it. It's weird. I've already left one major timeline behind. Well, two if you count the one I just came from, where we're all adults. The truth is, I have no idea what happens to these timelines and all the people living in them. When I just zap out of them to use my retcon powers to change stuff, they might stop existing completely. I don't know. The thing is, we can't really think about it. It's tough, but if we're all acting like heroes here and trying to do the right thing, then we have to put it all behind us. It's a sacrifice we're making. I mean, we're risking our lives by fighting a powerful monster, sure, but the sacrifice I'm talking about is saying goodbye to the life we thought we belonged to, and all the people in it. Probably forever. It sucks. And I'm sorry that I had to ask this of you all. There's no other way. Everyone who has ever existed and will ever exist is counting on us, I think. So, yeah.
I ate the meat.
Congratulations.
Shrug. It's all you can think to do to punctuate the speech of lukewarm inspirational value. Judging from the confused looks from all the others. All of them may share your assessment of your own oratorical skills, except for one person. She's perked up at your spiel, regarding you with alert and admiring eyes. Damn, John, I know we just met and all, but that was a fine-ass speech, and I don't know if I speak for the rest of my peeps here, but I'm fucking psyched. Let's do this shit. She wonks at you. So this is the worst fucking paragraph. This is the, I think maybe 4th or 5th worst paragraph in this entire tome.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's fucking go. I'm gonna do it loud, just so we all hear it. We all have to experience it.
Okay.
I muted you.
Fuck off!
That was excellent timing.
You weren't prepared to get passively hit on by the definitely not legal version of a girl you used to have a crush on at the age she was when you first met her, only a few hours after you watched the actually legal version of her engage in passionate hand-holding with her possibly aromantic skeleton alien monster girlfriend. You start to sweat, and the unwelcome odor of undercooked meat emanating from your body makes itself known to your nose.
Oh, okay, thanks. Anyways, we need to make battle plans.
You quickly distance your mind from any additional discomforting thoughts about your old and semi-ex-flame and propel yourself into a wildly unrehearsed tactical planning session. You review each of your abilities, strengths, and weaknesses, then cobble together a reasonably sound approach to besieging a young and bratty version of Lord English by way of surprise attack. The planning is mostly disorganized and structureless, although some common themes that often recur involve you and your original 3 friends leading the charge, since you are the oldest and wisest, and therefore the strongest with the exception of Jade, whose gaudy array of powers make her the most formidable of the group, bar none. Aside from that, it appears the consensus is that the melee will likely devolve into an absolute free-for-all, at least going by the general patterns of incoherent banter, shit-talking, and points of pedantic tactical disagreement plaguing the jam session. You overhear someone making mention of a huge gay hope bubble? That can't be right, but you didn't catch who said it. A flamboyant pink spell? Yeah, this conversation is off the rails now. At the precise moment you believe the meeting has outlasted its usefulness, Jake does you the favor of effectively pounding the gavel for adjournment by rocking back a bit too far on your lawn pogo and launching himself over the top of the ride on the next bounce. He face plants right into the dirt. Jeepers! Dirk goes to help your yard clean the jake off its dirt. I love that sentence.
That's really
Dirk,
good.
I'm gonna say it again just because I love it so much. Dirk goes to help your yard clean the jake off its dirt. Jade follows to help out. It seems she wants to chat with Jake, considering it's the first time they've met.
Hell yeah!
Don't get too
Look it.
excited.
No, look!
Oh wait!
Look
Oh
at
my
the
god!
chat.
Oh my god! Yes! 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 Yes, baby! Can I put this? Can I get
I'm
it?
Closing my
Yeah, it's
Discord.
fine.
Can I get a transparent version for the thumbnail?
Yeah, sure, hold on.
Vote in your
Fuck
primary.
yes! Fuck yes!
Let me just
Vote
finish
in
it.
your primary.
Vote in your primaries, mama.
Oh!
Vote in your primaries, mama.
Vote in your primary, mama.
This is the worst stream.
This is the best stream.
0 out of 2.
No, not even a negative. Damn, you're giving us some good votes.
Yeah.
No one, no. Now it's negative. Now you owe me reviews.
Dave said the V word. Vote. I'm gonna send this image to a couple people.
Don't send it yet. I'm gonna post a version that is transparent.
Okay.
So, give me a moment. Let me just... Because the text is black, I'm gonna give it a little white outline.
Oh, that would be great.
So
You're all
it's the
welcome for
arrows.
having voiced Dave as Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, thank you. I think it really worked out.
Yes, it did. It's completely appropriate. You may blame me.
Oh, you are absolutely.
Just keep reading, by the way.
I can't get over how good this image is.
Give me a moment, please. Oh, frick, why is it not showing the layer style? Frick, why are you doing
Frick.
this? Normal. Okay, cool. Drop shadow. A very small amount, so drop shadow.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what? Drop shadow, don't worry about it. Okay. And now I'm going to export that as literally just me smashing my keyboard. And now,
I can't get over how fucking good this image is. It's just...
there you go.
Hell yeah.
This is perfect, I think. This is just the ideal image.
You may not like it, but that's what it is.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't.
Just in case anybody's joining right now, which would have been...
This is the stream. This is all
Yeah.
of this.
We are improving the epilogues.
Yeah, wait, why did someone join the stream just now? Why? I don't understand.
It said Dave Strider, but it's Johnny Bravo.
Yeah,
Yes.
they just happened to be here when I had that image up. That's fucking amazing.
I'm so glad.
Okay.
Leave
You're
now
welcome.
while you still can.
No, don't.
Because I voiced him like that, and so another of our little people here, you know, they just decided to do us a beautiful favor and make
Anyway,
it-
some eruptions
Anyway.
of chatter can be heard from the other members of the group. It's easy to forget since the reunion
Yeah,
of your
she might
friends and all your young relatives happened so long ago from your
Something
point
like
of view.
Aridin.
I'm.
Well, this is all quite novel to everyone here.
Yo, clean the
Eridan's
dick,
voice-
didn't.
Eridan's voice is just a nerdier Johnny Bravo. That's what it
It's
is.
more appropriate than
Is it?
this.
Isn't there a... What was that? I don't remember the character's name, because God, why would I remember characters who are important? Isn't there like an alternate troll or an alt troll?
You mean
or whatever?
Cronus?
You mean Cronus, who is
Yeah,
definitely
Cronus.
Johnny Bravo Aridin.
Fucking. I got an email recently, and it said from Cronus, and I was immediately terrified.
I eat babies. That was the message.
It was actually because of a Zine I joined. I signed up for. I was accepted to it, but it said it was from Cronus, and I was very concerned what it could possibly say.
The word the Cronus comes from a god or a higher god, a titan, and Cronus was actually the son of Zeus and stuff like that, and all the other lesser gods who were just regular gods. But he didn't want to have all those gods, so he started eating them.
Oh my god, yes, a fucking Invader Zim versus Calibor.
But then one of them, I think his wife was
Beautiful human. Sorry.
and they
That
kill
sounds
him.
like Smeagol.
They kill him and they release. No, I think he eats a rock or something, and then the rock upsets his stomach and all the babies come out. Which honestly, the stories are fun. I don't remember if that's fully true, but you can read it. It's on.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's
Mythology is fucked up. That's for damn sure.
Let's just continue so we can get to fucking 10.
10.
Maybe I want to see if we can get to 15. Maybe.
That's not happening.
I know we're a bit late. We'll see. It's easy to forget since the reunion between your friends and all your young relatives happened so long ago from your point of view. This is all quite novel to everyone here. They've hardly had a moment to process it, since your plan to drag them all off to fight Lord English has understandably stolen the thunder of an otherwise poignant homecoming. More kids, you think. You decide to give the teens some space to work through their shit before you take off to save the universe. You end up wandering all the way around to the other side of your house and back until you reach a window facing the neighbor's fence. You can see straight into your dad's study from here. You go still, feet rooted deep to the ground, heart hammering in your ribs. Your dad sitting right there, smoking his pipe and operating his professional-looking, boring, gray PDA. He's got the kitchen timer set up on his desk. You can hear the notes of his favorite fatherly jazz album filtering out through the window, which is open only an inch. The sun is hitting the glass in such a way that you can't see his face. This is probably the last time you'll ever have the chance to talk to him. No, you have fucking retcon powers. You could literally go back whenever you fucking want. The only thing stopping you is restraint.
You could just go back and chill. You could bring his dad back.
You could.
Well, the thing is that would also just take him out of the story from there forth.
That would kind of fuck things up bad.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
whole thing.
And
He can't talk to his dad again
So,
because of
well,
that.
If we did, if there was like, say, like nothing bad would happen and like it would be fine, that would still bring up the problem since he's basically immortal and his dad isn't.
Did they just leave Dad Crocker behind and they teleported forward 2,000 years? Or is Dad Crocker just sitting there like, yep, that's my daughter? She's...
Are you talking about the original What Happened to Dad?
What happened to Dad Crocker?
Like as in
Dad
John's
Crocker.
dad, right?
Dad
Oh, I don't know
Crocker.
what happened to Jane's dad, but I know what happened to John's dad.
Wait.
Yeah.
Shouldn't Jane's dad still be on fucking Earth C?
Yeah.
They actually met up. Like there was a moment where
In the
that
fucking in Act
John-
7, he was there.
Yeah, they actually
he's-
hugged, but he thought that John was his dad because it's all twisted around.
Yeah.
So it wasn't his dad. It's like it's weird.
But it was still such a good moment.
Yeah,
I
it was
think
still-
Jane should have got that hug too, though. I think they both should have gotten hugs. It would have been really nice. Fuck you for not doing that. Okay.
Calm down. Calm down. Take your rage medicine.
What the fucking song is this? This is cool. Greenhouse. I fucking like this song. How have I never heard this song before?
And now you have. Decent.
Also, as for the Invader Zim thing, I've never tried doing an Invader Zim.
Beautiful humans! I can't
I
fucking
don't
do
think
it.
that's no.
It's not even
That's
close.
Here,
Tried.
here,
You
here, I'll
really
do
tried.
it. I can do it.
You can do it? He's got
Oh, no,
Hadron
Hadron.
Hadron has the range.
I do have the range. I've been
Oh,
practicing this
God.
voice.
Do
Here
it.
we
Let's
go.
hear it. Let's go.
Even though I've never heard the voice before, so you know.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead,
This
I'm
might
sure-
be a little bit difficult.
I will read it. I don't know what they would say as a character. Instead, I'll go to the Johnny Bravo wiki and read off the first line. Johnny Bravo is the main protagonist of the series, voiced by Jeff Monet. His middle name was rumored to be Bacon.
What?
Oh yeah.
Here,
Johnny
I'll
after
do.
being rejected by a woman.
Okay, I'm gonna try doing my own Invader Zim thing. Cock and ball torture from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. That was
That's
not close.
even close to
I know.
It's like it's
It-
way higher pitched.
Yeah, I'm actually listening to some of it, just
Cock
trying
and
to
ball.
get it.
I can't fucking do it. Okay, this is stupid.
Yeah, I agree. Let's continue. And
The
we only have,
urge is-
like, 10 more to do, so-
The urge is overwhelming, but you can't. And not just because your feet won't move and your throat is closing up. It's just that it would be a really bad idea to bother him. It would totally freak him out to have an adult version of his son show up out of the blue and knock on his window like a creep. He probably wouldn't even recognize you. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's time to go, John. You return to the backyard. Your friends have split off into genetically segmented groups. Roxy and Rose sitting in the grass, and Jade and your shared ecto-parents laughing together by the green slime pogo, and the Striders leaning against the farthest fence. The tense foot and a half of space between them, it's heartwarming, but something doesn't feel right about it to you. Probably for selfish reasons. It's the selfishness of your own perspective, but wanting the memories you had of the reunion between all these people to be the most notable and legitimate manifestation of this event. See the moment echo or play out all over again. To overhear the heartfelt confessions repeat themselves. It feels cheap. To you, that is. The man who lived through it all before and selfishly doesn't want to have the memory tarnished away. Tarnished with a tawdry reprisal. Exhibition of counterfeit emotional catharsis among pale shadows of those you care about most in the world. You wonder, do these teen versions of your friend... Do you see these teen versions of your friends as real? Are you treating them at Rose's behests as simple puppets? Doing your part to insist they fill friendship recesses in an essential plan to stabilize all else that can be considered important? A distinction no longer applying to them? Do you care at all about whatever fate it may be that you are sentencing these children to? Are you becoming complicit in these fatalistic evils of paradox space as Lord English himself? Are you becoming a monster, John Egbert? You can't bear to watch them bond any further than this, nor can you tolerate it. God damn it!
You should have never mentioned live stream in the first place.
Okay.
Just the
I'm-
opening of that, like how synthetic that was.
like the motor oil?
No. Just like no, fucking like how like synthetic your speech was.
Hello,
Just like,
Dad.
hello, father. I am in a live stream.
That's exactly how my sister talks to everyone in our family.
Oh, if my dad came in here, he'd ruin the whole stream. Because he knows
Yeah.
exactly what streaming is. He knows exactly what everything is.
Oh, would he get us banned from Twitch?
No. Oh no.
No,
Worse?
maybe.
I guarantee you, we won't be having any PewDiePie moments on this Twitch channel.
Oh,
Alright, so,
nothing like that,
anyway.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Jesus.
Nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
Okay. Jesus Christ! I was in like a flow state. I just found a bunch of hair on my floor. That's cool.
You wait one more minute before, and then you're like, God damn it!
You can't bear to watch them bond any further than this, nor can you tolerate another moment of your self-incriminating reverie. You wait one more minute before breaking it up, but not a second longer.
Hey, kids.
Please, adult John, don't do that. Rose gets up from the grass, elegant as a fold in paper, and brushes down her skirt. She tilts her head at you, looking very much like your Rose did when she saw you off that morning. It's very obvious that she's trying very hard to hide her apprehension. Is it time to go?
Yeah. I mean, no. If you want to be technical, I could zap us in wherever, whenever. We have all the time in the universe if we want it.
But if we don't leave now, you're afraid we never will? After all these years in the reverse direction, she still has your number.
I guess it's true that people don't really change. They just grow up.
Rose gives Roxy a strange look, appearing to silently acknowledge an entire conversation that has been taking place, using a great volume of words that aren't being spoken. I guess. She smiles. Get the show on the road.
Okay, everyone. I've never zapped this many people before, so let's all just hold hands, maybe? In a circle. I mean, that should work.
God, this is so lame.
It's not lame, it's perfect.
Nah.
Alright. Is everyone ready then?
Only Jade says yes enthusiastically.
Yes!
Everyone else takes a deep breath and looks around at each other. Hands are taken, some tentatively, some firmly. When all sweaty teenage palms are correctly clasped, you place your own hand on Jade's shoulder and concentrate on where you need to go. The last thing you hear before zapping away is your dad's kitchen timer going off in his study. Alright, what do we think of that chapter, barring the awful, shitty interruptions that kept happening?
Holy fuck. Oh my god, these colors.
What did everyone think of the chapter? God damn it.
I was trying to look for the emoji of hand holding,
Fuck,
but I don't have it anymore.
this is definitely fucking interesting. I'm super fucking interested, man.
Oh,
Like,
wait. Is this the one? Is this the one that I really like? No, it's not. But I do like this one because I get to voice Dirk. Okay, there's one chapter that I really enjoy, okay?
You said like 15, didn't you?
I do like 15. I think the one that I'm thinking of though is 17. Or 16. 16 or 17.
So 15, 16, and 17.
Fucking make up your mind.
I don't remember which, okay? I think actually no. 16 was mediocre and then 17 was really good.
Okay, there's our answer.
Thank you.
I think.
Oh my god, doesn't
God.
matter. Just let's read it and you'll find the fuck out.
I introduce you to 7.
Here, I can't find the hand holding emoji, so you can just get this instead.
Wait.
I'll do the narration this
they're
time
all
around
in the
since I don't think I'm gonna be getting to read. No, I won't. So I'm gonna narrate. I claim it.
Granny
Okay.
Rose.
Okay.
Ah!
Wait, do I voice anything?
Oh wait, Hadron, did you want to voice Rose? Since Rose is a little more verbose and you share
I
colors.
didn't find the hand holding emoji, but I found it works.
That's a handshake.
It still
That's
works.
different. It's not a show of friendship. It's a show of acceptance.
The show of business acumen. So Hadron, or who wants Rose?
I can take Rose, I guess.
It's you guys are cool with that?
Yeah, I wouldn't do a very good Rose voice anyways.
Okay, let's just go.
Alright.
Meet 7.
The boxing bell is going off like it's having a fit. Dirk has to stick a finger in one ear to hear what Rose is saying over the cacophony of boos and buckets being lobbed towards center stage. He considers it all pretty fucking annoying, so he flips off the crowd and jumps the ropes. Always a good idea to abscond from the stadium before the customary show-end riot hits full swing. The last standing robot scoops up Jake's unconscious body and cradles him to its chest, before blasting off through the roof. On the other end of the phone, Rose lets him know what's up.
It's not so much what is up as what is down, the answer to which is proverbially me. I mean that both physically and philosophically, by the way.
You're down philosophically?
Yes.
I'm not sure what that actually means.
What doesn't it mean, Dirk?
Glad to see that my genetic predisposition for melodrama is still alive and well in my slime progeny, even after all these years.
Please don't interrupt. This is important, and I'll need all the energy I can spare to sustain even a heavily monologic transmission of the relevant facts.
I see. Forgive my brief, casual interjection into the conversation you initiated. Please continue.
Thank you. Anyway, the matter at hand is my condition, with which you're already familiar. I've struggled to devise the right way of telling you without causing undue alarm. I fucked that up bad. Which would unquestionably trigger the overbearing tendency of yours to solve the problem for me. Which is not the kind of circumstance my constitution can withstand these days. I can barely lift a wrist to my forehead to telegraph at my infirmity of late. Your bullshit is precisely the 1,000-pound feather that could knock me clean through my apartment's plate glass window.
This is troubling to hear, of course, but rest assured I'm taking solace in the fact that your infirmity doesn't seem to have spread to your vocal cords yet.
See, Dirk? This is exactly the shit I don't need from you on this day.
Sorry.
The bottom line is, I'm ascending, and it is terrible.
Rose adjusts her position on the couch
I got
with
it.
the body
Remember, it's my
language of
turn.
one about
No.
to dive into the latest gossip about a mutual friend. A mutual in
Dude.
this case, her tortured psyche.
You took his only job!
I did, and what are you going to do about it?
What?
You didn't do
You're
shit!
You're slowly losing 2 people here. You tried to fucking murder me with Johnny Bravo, and now you're slowly
Well, actually, I
killing
did that.
us too.
I did that.
Okay,
Years
you
of
Rose adjusts
refining
her
my
position
seer
on
of
the
light
couch
powers
with the
have cursed
body
me with what is
language.
approaching near infinite precisions, dwelling in
so
this
bad.
idyllic post-canon realm. Okay.
You're about to lose your Rose.
Rose adjusts her position on the couch with the body language.
No,
of
I
one
already
about
did it!
the latest gossip about a mutual friend. Mutual in this case, her tortured psyche.
God damn it.
Years of refraining my seer of light powers have cursed me with what is approaching near infinite preciseness. Dwelling in this idyllic post-canon realm has worn down the barrier separating my primary consciousness from the memories and experiences of all my doomed alternate selves, which were forgotten and discarded over the due course of our journey. As I approach the realization of my ultimate self, I cannot stop the extent knowledge from seeping in. I am plagued by near constant visions from the less fortunate versions of myself, as well as broadening view of the metatextual nature of our existence. Day by day, I get closer to comprehending the full picture of the narrative. However, I am still trapped in this limited body. There is only so much strain that my very finite synapses can take.
Synapses.
Shh. It drains all of my energy to keep my consciousness focused or relevant on relevant events. But even when I am losing my ability to discern what is and is not canonically relevant, let alone what is also true or essential.
You
and
said
all of
you
this
said
is
then,
making-
and you said when instead of then.
Fuck.
That's why it
But
fucked
even
up your
then.
cadence there.
And all of this is making me incredibly fucking sick.
Oh, is that all? Well, in the spirit of full disclosure, same. I was just silent on the line for a few moments. Dirk can hear how
Hey!
labored her breathing
Hey!
is. How thin it is.
Hey!
Alright, Rose is going. Rose
She's
is
the-
leaving.
She snorts out
Rose
a
is
quick
silent on the line for a few
humor.
moments. Dirk can hear how labored her breathing is, how thin it is. He snorts out a quick, humorless laugh.
I died, Squirtle.
Jesus Christ. You know, hey, Octo, I have an idea.
Hey.
Hey, Apple.
Well, what
Hey.
if we just mute June and
No.
This is Dirk.
A man has fallen into the river in Lego City.
No. That's so mean.
You're being mean.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, is it because it's your stream, it's your rules?
I mean, if you're the one who said it, so
Listen, you have one objective, to record the epilogues for Meat. We have the objective to read Meat. We don't have to do them at the same time.
So it's either you cooperate or you don't.
all right,
It's a
fine.
team effort.
Exactly.
We're
Alright.
helping each other out here.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll play by your rules.
No, not
now.
our rules. It's a team effort. So when I
Okay.
say I want to do the narrative for one time, you just let it happen.
Wait, I'm not even doing it.
Why don't you let Hadron a chance at the narrative, huh?
You can have it next time. I wanted it this one time.
Okay.
Alright, are we good?
Yeah.
Are we good? Chill home slice. Got it. Okay, let's go.
Yes, we're good.
Really? That's the hottest take you can manage.
Of course not. They haven't built the vessel yet that can withstand the temperatures of atmosphere entry into one of my hotter takes, let alone the hottest. It wasn't a take. It was an empathetic admission toward my pitiable, similarly omniscient-stricken offspring. We are suffering from the same condition, Rose.
She allows several rare conversational beats to pass in silence between them to process the admission.
We are?
Sure. It doesn't sound to me like you're suffering much at all. Oh, fuck.
I hope you heard my face palm.
Sure.
It doesn't sound to me like you're suffering much at all.
Well, I'm not. I guess I used the wrong phrase. You are suffering from it. I am adapting to it. I already have, really.
When were you going to tell me this?
When you were ready.
So you have determined that I'm ready to receive this rather critical piece of information now of all times. What distinguishes the present from the other moments you could have mentioned it? Were you waiting for the effects of my condition to become so unendurable that I finally felt the need to explain what was happening to me in full? Were you, in essence, waiting for a cry for help?
Wow. Well, when you put it that way, it makes me sound like kind of a dick. But I guess it isn't far from the truth either.
Unbelievable.
Look, it's not something you just spring on people that frivolously. Hey folks, just so you know, the boundaries of my awareness are coming apart, and now I know almost everything about everyone, everywhere. Also, the process should be tearing my body apart, but actually I'm handling it quite well. Thanks for the concern, though. Anyway, just thought I'd keep y'all fucking abreast on my incomprehensible brain and all. Peace.
Fine, you're a cagey guy. This isn't breaking news. I'm not pissed at you. I'm just so confused. Why aren't you suffering the same effects as me?
There will be time to explain all this. Despite whatever appearance of callousness I've maintained in withholding this information from you, I actually do have your best interests in mind. I don't want to wear you out on this call. There's so much more to say, but it can wait. For now, I'll mention that I've been alert to your problem for some time, and I've been devising a solution which should permanently remedy it without compromising the boon of your expanding consciousness.
You have? What is it?
Would love to tell you, but I've got some work to do. Why don't you stop by my studio later so we can both hash this shit out in person? Right now, you should get some rest.
Actually, I'm feeling oddly invigorated suddenly. I think I am good for more exposition if you are.
Can't say I'm surprised, but no.
Have I caught you at a bad time?
Nah, but there is an election coming up, and my work as a political operative is going to be absolutely essential for the fate of humanity.
I see. Wheels within wheels, I assume?
There are always wheels. Wheels are everywhere. They aren't my wheels or yours. The wheels don't have owners or designers, but they do have caretakers. They won't keep turning on their own without someone to grease the mechanism.
What a burden it must be to recognize oneself as the sole mechanist of reality itself.
It's a curse, but somebody's gotta do it. Save your strength. Come to my studio when you're feeling up to it. Goodbye.
Dirk hangs up
Derek,
without waiting for a reply. He cracks his neck and tips down his shades so that he can appreciate the full brunt of the sunset. Purple and orange, blending brilliantly on the horizon.
She's right about him, he thinks. While his ecto-daughter views herself as having a somewhat deaf artistic hand that lends itself naturally to a gentle push and pull style of influence, Dirk knows his methods are mechanical, like those of an engineer. There's nothing adaptive or interpretive about his method.
Every piece has a purpose, a slot, an interlocking mechanism that is functionally pointless without the whole.
Dirk, satisfied with this moment of particularly astute self-reflection, rocks back on his heels and launches himself into the sky.
Meow.
That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Want to take a look at the Twitch chat?
It was the two very verbose characters talking to each other.
Two voices is making my eyes cross. LOL.
And now I'm going to sleep.
You don't get what I did, do you?
What do you mean?
I muted myself and did it at the same time you were.
You absolute.
So what you're saying is you effectively...
No. I still let you do the narration. I just did it at the same time.
You're just making everybody else on your side suffer. I don't care. Make everybody on your side suffer.
No.
Go ahead.
No, please. I love you guys.
You're literally, like, you're inconveniencing your stream at that point.
Do what you want. Your stream. Why could be so much.
I say this in the most sincere way I can muster. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're bringing out the fucking OWO?
I'm sorry.
So who wants to narrate this time?
Can you,
I
Ella,
think
forgive
Hadron
me?
wanted to. Go ahead, Hadron.
Yeah, you
Oh,
did.
what do we think about that last chapter?
I said it was good. You fucking tried to ruin it.
Good. I liked it.
Octo?
We're reading.
I'm not giving you an opinion because that's what you want.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
In fact, I could give an opinion and then just mute myself, and that would completely answer your question without you hearing it.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you see how the fucking turns have tabled, haven't they?
I'm sorry. I can give you another chance at that last one. At that
No,
last
I read it. I completely got to do what I wanted.
No, you can do it again.
I don't want to. I read it.
Hey, look, you can get your anger out because we have Caliborn coming up.
Good.
No! No! No, I love Caliborn.
Can't wait to do the.
I will do
Caliborn
anything
voice.
for Caliborn.
Jesus Christ, I can hear my mom playing a phone game in the living
I
room. and
can't
all I hear
wait
is a
to
bunch of
try my
fucking,
hand
coin
at
dudes.
Caliborn.
Hi.
Fuck? Hang on. What the fuck?
Cannot wait to try my hand
Why
at
is this
Caliborn
drawer?
voice acting.
Hang on, I'm gonna check something real quick.
Is this
Hang
drawer?
on.
Okay. I thought
Here's
this.
my Caliborn voice. Hi, everyone.
I've never done a Caliborn voice. In fact, I'm going to mute and try it out.
I will do anything to get Caliborn. I'm so sorry. Please.
I was thinking about hooking up my, because one of y'all once did, like, a thing with your voice.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know what it
I'm
was.
too
I
lazy
was
to
thinking
find that.
I was thinking about hooking up FL Studio to that and then doing funny voices that way. But
Oh, you
I'm
think I
too
should get
lazy.
like a voice changer?
Yeah, just do like a.
Yeah.
Lower.
Hard tap but higher?
But lower. Or higher.
Below.
I don't know.
I'll see, and you can. I'll like read one of them, one of the lines.
Yeah.
Okay, does that make my voice lower? Does that work?
No, it's actually still pretty high.
You gotta go extremely low. You gotta add the format to like a billion, negative a billion.
Let's see if I can make it any lower.
Okay, I'm back. I had to tell my mom to turn her game off.
Hey, we're just having a normal. That's just our good. That's our just the normal voice of our good friend North.
Oh, the friendly neighborhood demon.
No, it's just North. Just regular. I feel blood running down my
You know
head.
what this sounds like? It sounds like you're not only running the voice modulator, but you're running it through a megaphone.
Yeah, I'll change it to 10.
I'm sorry.
Okay, what about this?
I'm sorry. Funny jokes don't make me laugh, but jokes that are stupid make me laugh. I'm sorry.
Bass boost. That's what that sounds like now, just a bass boost.
I can just go back to the mail, let's see.
I mean, turn the pitch up. Turn the pitch up a little bit because it's just still too low.
Okay, hold on.
That sounds alright. It takes a whole lot of preparation to read a chapter. Also, we're on number 8. Hi.
We got 2 more to go after this.
Alright, so I can just do this male voice version,
Yeah, that's
Alright.
fine.
and then you said to do the Carcat voice with this on.
Yeah.
So like, who the fuck are you?
That's
Yeah.
a bit too deep.
Oh.
I will
Don't
do
turn-
anything to get Caliborn. Please.
Okay, what will you do?
I don't know. Give me ideas.
Vote in your
I just want to
primaries.
start pitching ideas.
Please. Please.
Come
Okay.
on, somebody pitch
Okay,
me an
okay.
idea.
Hang on, I got an idea. Tell us what you're willing to do.
I don't fucking know. I don't know what my limits are.
Oh, you better start making limits right now.
That was a very concerning thing to say out loud. The thing that I said. Not wrong. I don't know my limits, but it's still concerning.
There
What's
are
nice about-
5 people
What's nice about Homestuck and what's nice about this chat is that I don't actually have to be here anymore. You can figure out your limits by yourself. Have fun.
No.
Get abandoned by your only remaining friend.
Please.
But I do still have to read the narration.
That is Hadron's role. I
Yeah.
got Jade. I don't know who the fuck else is in here, but I'll do them. Oh, there's not a lot in here. Never mind. I'll just do
And
Jade.
I will read John. He has 3 words.
You can have him. I'm gonna do Dave in this voice changer thing.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Who was doing narration?
I am
Hadron.
doing narration.
Okay. Meet
Hold on,
8. Oh, what?
Hold on, let me get my voice changer. Now,
Okay.
we're good. We're good. We're good. Also, hello. I said hello 3 times.
Yeah. Meet.
Nobody reacted to the joke, so I expect
8.
that you didn't hear me. Hello.
Hello, Hadron. I'm 8.
Hello.
Oh, that's just the saddest thing I've ever heard. Alright. John. Zap to your final destination. Where the hell are you?
Box only, no items.
Where the hell are we? I
Yeah.
can't see shit.
Shh. It's dark. Not like someone turned out the lights out dark. Or like someone destroyed the concept of light at its very source dark. It's a darkness that fills up your skull. Jake puts this more eloquently, as always.
By golly, it is indeed dark as fuck. Anybody want to take a rock?
Shush.
Shoosh.
Okay, that works.
Jade breaks off from the group. She moves through the air gracefully, ears twitching as she sniffs through the space like a bloodhound. There! She exclaims, and points down.
There.
All the way down. This is like the second time they've made Jade not read something. Okay. just really not important. Look down. All the way down beneath you there is a light source. Gray. Focused. Like a spotlight. Except that it's folded over the curvature of the space beneath it. At the center of it stands teenage Lord English, all decked out in his ostentatious god-tier jammies. Gamzee's there too, for some unfathomably stupid reason. There's a robot bunny chilling out on top of the chair, looking cool and kicking its cute little bunny legs back and forth.
Looking cool, Joker. Sorry.
You hope that neither of these unexpected dramatis personae, will play a role in the coming battle, because it wouldn't feel right wailing on either of them at this point. It could beat up Gamzee, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Lord English is holding something that looks like Lil Cal. It's definitely Lil Cal, and Lord English is definitely waltzing around with it in his little spotlight in the middle of nowhere, swinging the puppet around by both its floppy arms. Well, rather, he was waltzing around. He stopped the moment you looked at him. Behold your adversary.
Hmm.
Hmm.
If it isn't Corn Chip!
That was getting very dangerous close to like goose honks.
Who the fuck are you?
You simply refuse to answer his question. Instead, you do something so much better. Something that will make both his inevitable fate and your regard for his character incontrovertibly clear. Give him a thumbs down. It's a textbook thumbs down. Better, actually. The kind you can't really teach. Lord English drops the puppet. For a moment, he looks shocked. Maybe even a little afraid, but passes quickly. He starts laughing.
Never mind. I know who you are. You were sent here by the mob. Sorry. I can't. That was a funny joke that you made a few years ago. It was foretold. Yeah, the Epilogues joke thing. That was just a Kanjin reskin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was foretold by the masterpiece I made when I was but a boy.
What?
Be quiet. I'll have you know that you just interrupted a groundbreaking interpretive art piece. It was the first of its kind, performed only once, and made more valuable for its rareness.
Wow.
I said shut up! It's rude to talk through the overture. But don't worry, although you missed my very important dance demonstration, which was an unprecedented act of genius and not at all embarrassing. Now you will participate in something even more important.
The young lord's face begins to distort. The unhinging of his jaw reverberates in the empty space. He laughs through the remainder of his nefarious solidity, as he was possibly prepared in advance for this moment.
By now, surely many have witnessed my masterpiece and has circulated through the black veins of the dark web. Trillions have witnessed its majesty, haters and fools alike. They have been rendered agog by my art virtuosity, my claysmanship, and my wrestling moves. But now, the time has come for everyone to shut up about how great my masterpiece was. And the time is now at hand.
Yeah, I watched it on those Vine comps. It was good. Mine's Ted. His laughter turns into a low, cracked gurgle. It spikes towards you in waves, distorts, and pitches low. He is beyond pleased with himself, and with the line he is about to deliver.
For you all to become my masterpiece! So how do we feel about that chapter?
I got
I didn't
interrupted
like
at the very end.
What were you trying to say?
Oh, no, I wasn't saying anything. It's just my mom fucking pounded on the door.
Oh, epic.
And I had to be like, oh shit, mute.
How do we feel about the chapter? Everyone.
Well, Calvorn's here. He's one of my favorite characters. Because he is very funny.
Octo?
I mean, it's good.
I forgot you had the filter on.
I wish there was more Calvorn.
Every time I hear you do that, I just like imagine you fucking raising your hands up and your mouth just completely detaches. like you know
like
that
a skeleton.
fucking no you know that like stylistic thing
Like
where like you know the stylistic thing where you draw a circle and the line in between separates those two pieces and that's how the mouth moves and the head just flips the fuck out.
Like a Muppet?
It's hard to explain what I'm talking about.
Like a Muppet. Like a...
No, not a Muppet. Like the top of the head just like completely moves and the bottom is 100% immobile.
It's not like Pac-Man style Muppet, okay? It literally, it goes through the head. Like, the top of the head is just, like it's cut in half.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everyone. I have a very small brain.
Hang on,
I
I'll
cannot
find an
understand what you're
example.
saying.
It's
Alright,
like a
let's
Muppet,
try.
but instead of just being halfway through the head, the cut goes all the way through.
Kind of like this?
No.
Not at all?
No, we're talking about the fucking mouth. And you
We
know
were
how with a
talking,
Muppet, it's like a Pac-Man mouth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the kind of art style we're talking about is one where the mouth just literally goes straight through their head. Like, the top of their head and the bottom part of their head are two separate pieces.
Not that either.
So something like this?
No,
I literally just said no.
We just said they're separate pieces.
Hang on, I'm trying to find what I'm talking. I will draw it if I have to.
Yeah, right? I have no idea what it's called. I wish I knew what it was called.
I know, like you know what I'm talking about.
I do because
Hang on, like
I'm
this?
aware of that kind of content.
No, that's close.
No, it's imagine the head being a literal circle and then just slicing the circle in half. and
Okay,
when they
now I get it
talk,
now.
The top half of the head just like bounces.
Something
Yeah.
cool about the animation after Cascade with Lord English being shut off is that there was originally a bigger animation made with a whole lot of frames and stuff like that. That was done by the person who designed the Green Sun. But it was never used. I cannot find it for the life of me. It
Wait,
makes me very sad.
what? What was it?
There was a bigger animation done, if I'm correct, by the person who did the animation for the
What was
Green
it
Sun.
for?
It was for the animation after Cascade when Lord English showed off.
Oh,
Or maybe it was for the animation where he kills a bunch of ghosts. I think
weird.
it's
I would love to see that.
It kind of looks like this because I drew it just in case we can't find it. But it's literally cut in half.
Okay, no, I get what you're saying now.
Hang on, I did a very crude drawing in the snipping tool.
You drew it as well.
It's much worse than yours.
You just made the Pac-Man face that I wasn't talking about.
That's what I was thinking of.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's just continue reading stupid Homestuck.
Great.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Did you want to narrate again, Hadron?
I mean,
It's literally all just narration.
Oh, how about Octo? You take it,
I am going to hunt for the animation.
and then how about Octo? You take it, the narration.
Sure. If you were one of the haters and fools who saw Lord English's masterpiece circulating through the black veins of the dark web and were rendered agog by its majesty, then you probably have a pretty good sense of what happened next. You probably also wouldn't be rendered that much additionally agog if you were told it didn't happen precisely as conveyed by the young lord's expertly produced claymation theater. Would it be that surprising if the first four heroes weren't immediately captured in the juju, as the dark web swan song broadcast through bogus Vine videos originally depicted? Probably not. Would it raise any eyebrows if the action turned out to be a bit sloppier than that? A bloody nose here, a stray wedgie there, someone trips on a cape, loud eruptions of the word ow, petulant insults, smack talk, crude gestures, and a stray honk from the sidelines. Would it rock anyone's world to discover the stop-motion feature did not treat this battle royale with the utmost fidelity? No one who witnessed the spectacle online would react to these discrepancies with much surprise, but you're not such a witness. You are still John Egbert, and you had no idea what sort of raucous teen pandemonium to expect when you zapped into the lair of your nemesis to throw down. Which is why you were completely blindsided when, upon feeling overwhelmed by the melee, Caliburn sprung his gambit on you and your three best friends to even the odds. He opened his little red chest, and out came his white house-shaped juju, levitating there, threatening to behave as the weapon many treasure hunters throughout history have described it to be. Upon a second look, it's not quite white though, it's colorless and null. A house-shaped hole in your confining reality. A hole that insists on being filled. You tried to resist its overwhelming pull, but to no avail. The force is too strong. Not like the sucking from the vacuum of space or the tug from a gravitational singularity. It was more overpowering than any force in nature. Almost metatextual. Not negating your powers, your strength to resist, so much as it seemed to overwrite them. The juju sucked you, Rose, Dave, and Jade into its void at the speed of eternity, squashed down to half a second. Landed in the abstract prison it contains face first, alone, and with a force that made you flip over a few times and skid along the flat of your chin. You groped for your glasses instinctively, finding them in two cracked halves. You cradled their remains as you looked up. The blurry, distorted face of your laughing nemesis was the last thing you saw before the chest door slammed shut and plunged you into textual obsolescence. And here, you are now stuck. You will not emerge from this holding cell, from an outside perspective, for a quadrillions of years. It is not long at all until you begin to wish you had brought something to read.
Yeah, imagine being in a house for that long.
Oh man,
Oh,
it's almost
no.
like you'd be.
In a house for that long.
House trapped.
Wow. I found it. I mean, yeah, it's here. Yes, this is a Tumblr post because apparently their Tumblr blog has been deleted. But this was one of the original animations that was going to be used for Lord English.
Let's fucking see this shit.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
On one hand, that looks really fucking cool. On the other hand, I can kind of understand how it wasn't used.
Yeah.
And
It seems a bit too complex to be ported to Flash.
And this
Yeah.
is the Flash that they used, and they were the person who made the Green Sun and all that. Oh, and they also designed the Beat Mesa. Wow, cool.
That's fucking cool.
Honestly, I
Man.
can see why he thought it didn't fit, though.
I could see why he didn't think it
It's
fit,
really smooth
but it
and really good.
Yeah.
honestly,
24 frames of animation for sliding.
oh man, that sucks. Oh fuck. Oh wait, this was something that was used though, wasn't it?
I believe the general look of it was used for the.
Oh, it
strike
was used for
between-
one page, but they didn't end up
Yeah.
making a full Flash out of it. Oh, that sucks. I really love how this looks. Oh man, oh this fucking pains me to know that this was not like fucking made into a full thing. Oh my god. That would've been
here's just the walking animation for Terezi is super smooth, but in the actual animation, it's got like 4 frames or like 6 frames. Andrew Hussey has a specific style though, and I can understand. And honestly, I applaud him.
Yeah, he's going for something with it.
For
He doesn't
sticking
want it
with
to have
it.
too much quality.
Yeah, that takes that. Even if it might look better in the long run, I can appreciate him trying to stick to the specific style.
This is done by Jet Bogan. Bougan. And just in case anybody watching wants to look up his work.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on. What was the other one? The Jade one you were talking about?
The Jade one?
Yeah.
I was talking about Jade
What do you
one.
mean Terezi?
Oh,
Terezi.
Terezi.
If you just scroll down, you can see it
Okay.
on that page.
Oh, you're talking about
Oh, that car cat's beautiful.
that. Wait, what? Oh, there we go.
No.
Oh, that
Not
doc's... Oh, look at all those frames! Look at all those frames!
Look at
Well,
that.
the car cat is definitely spline based, like. Bits
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, I could do that. I've done
This I
Very
can
cool.
see why it wouldn't be used in comic. Was it used in comic?
that.
It looks like something that was used in comic. This was definitely used.
That was definitely used. The top one reminds me of the end animation, the end frames before X7, with the like really realistic art style. Well, not
This is
realistic.
from Remember.
Yeah.
Oh man, these are so many more
Oh, and
frames.
those feet are supposed to be her ancestor walking.
Really? That's supposed
Yeah,
to be
'cause those are her
Latula?
boots.
Wait, what do you... Oh,
No,
right
no,
here.
no, no, I'm talking about-
okay,
Oh,
Mind
yeah,
Fang.
there.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
Not Mind Fang. It was
No.
whatever
Yeah.
her name was, Red Glare.
Yes.
No, Red Glare... Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Now you see what I'm saying, because it's in relation to Terezi. And how she has that walking animation at the end.
Okay. God damn.
Man, I like
Jet
those.
Bogan. Fucking nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
you killed it. I wonder what this dude's doing now.
It probably says so on his website, but I don't know how to go on a website that doesn't have Homestuck in its URL.
Oh, you're right.
Damn, we're forever trapped over here.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. What do we think of the last chapter, by the way? I thought it was pretty neat.
Yeah, that was alright.
I already said.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of this chapter. Who wants to do the narration?
Not it.
Alright.
Nose goes.
I'm just saying whoever wants to do it.
I can do it. I have no shame.
Go ahead.
I do have shame. I don't swear. Okay.
Oh, you're not gonna
Also-
have fun with this one then.
Also, hello.
Meet 10.
Let me just make sure there's no swearing in this. Hold on.
You
It
probably
may not be
do.
swearing, but there's something else.
Oh no!
Yep, you should be worried.
I picked up on that immediately. Oh no.
I have no idea what anyone's talking about,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
only makes me want to read it aloud more.
Go
So that
ahead.
way you can have my
Go-
reaction.
Go ahead. Turn off the filter though, and I mean, unless you want it on.
Yeah.
I guess
I'll
I
try-
can do
okay.
that.
Only if you want to turn it off though.
I
I'm not-
guess I can do that.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Alright. Jane Crocker sweeps into her office with grace befitting her station and slams the door shut behind her. The sun cuts through her Venetian blinds, painting butter yellow strips of light all the way from one end of her impeccably tailored office to the other. It's a lovely day, like most days, so not terribly remarkable except for the horrid news that she has just received at her customary morning press conference. Jane comes to a brisk stop alongside one of her floor-to-ceiling windows, which span a full 2/3 of her office, and she brushes her hands over her hips to smooth the wrinkles out of her powder blue pencil skirt. Then she hems, haws, puffs out her cheeks, and takes a very deep breath before snatching a pillow off the nearest couch so that she can scream into it. There are surely a multitude of ways for a person to find out that an acquaintance is running against you in a presidential election. From a carapacian reporter in front of 26 other members of the interspecies press was not the method Jane would have personally chosen. She is certain that she retained her poise and managed not to look too shocked at the news. She did not exclaim, "What?" but instead managed to eke out through gritted teeth and pursed lips a reasonably thoughtful-sounding, She cannot believe that Karkat would do this to her. This is no longer a political fiat, which the election would surely have been had she run uncontested by any other civilization-founding celebrities, but rather a battle between friends. What did Vantis think he was doing? No, it's not Vantis, Jane realizes. Don't know why I called her Jan. This could not have possibly been Karkat's idea.
Sure, Jane.
Jane knows Karkat, not intimately or even casually, but well enough to have made a generalized assessment of his basic character over the years. He's not cut out for politics, neither intellectually nor in the very important manner of social constitution, certainly not when it comes to economic policy. In fact, Jane is pretty sure that Karkat Vantis would probably literally burst into flame if too many people happened to look at him at the same time, like a vampire walking out into the sun. Wait. Jane lowers the pillow from her face and stares at her brass and glass art deco ceiling. Was that vampire thing xenophobic against Kanaya? Or whatever it was that Kanaya was supposed to be? No, of course not, she assures herself. With trolls, it was the other way around. Vampires were the only members of their species who didn't balk at the sunlight. Another reason Karkat would make a poor president. Unless he ran as the night president? No, the idea is foolish. Best not to give him any ideas. There can only be one president. No, surely this must have been Dave's idea. The kind of plot hatched from their little nest of mutually supportive, codependent interspecies, whatever it was they had going on over there. Dave was certainly no Dirk Strider, no Rose Lalonde, no Roxy, but he had the same scheming gene, buried deep down beneath his transparent onion layers of posturing and, frankly, rather outdated humor. An instinct to plan, and despite being inarguably the dimmest of his family's impressive ectobiological stock. Oh dear, stock. It's likely a problematic word, isn't it? Jane thinks. She crosses it off her mental list of appropriate words to say during a press conference. She returns to her train of thought. Despite being the least mentally gifted member of his family, Dave has always had an awful lot of opinions on the economy. In fact, Jane cannot remember a single conversation she's ever had with him that wasn't about the economy. She thinks back to one time at John's 18th birthday when Dave engaged her in a rigorous and rather one-sided debate about deregulation and the failure of neoliberal austerity measures. until Karka had to come over and put his hand over his roommate's mouth to make him stop talking. Come to think of it, of the few direct interactions with Karkat she'd ever had, this struck her as a truly great act of benevolence toward the common good. Maybe he would make a good president. No! She cannot succumb to such thoughts of weakness. She will not. Jane tosses the pillow back onto the couch and begins pacing the length of her office. This really was a disaster. She knew that she was solid on several demographic metrics, the human one, most certainly, and the well-to-do Carapatian districts. But Karkat was incredibly popular in the Troll Kingdom, obviously, and Carapatians were widely known to be swayed by underdog populism. And the consorts? Who had given them the right to vote in the first place? In any other year, Jane hops up to sit on her desk and kicks off both her shoes. She picks up a pen and begins to chew the end to bits to stop herself from doing the same to her lower lip. In any other year, this wouldn't be a problem. She'd be happy to accept a graceful, temporary defeat and let Karkat play president for a couple of years. After all, unlike her, he was not immortal. But Earthsea's paper-thin idyllic history was very close to a boiling point, its very first boiling point, in fact, which will have everything to do with the problematic nature of troll reproduction. The first generation of natural-born trolls obviously cannot be entrusted to a troll, which was absolutely not a xenophobic thing to think. It was just realistic. The citizens of Earthsea were able to rest easy, knowing the government held careful reign over over matters of equity. No one could possibly trust something so important to a troll, knowing what everyone knew about their violent history. Losing this election could mean social unrest, protests, even war. Jane presses her eyes shut and runs her fingers along the fine-grained patterns in her mahogany-paneled desk. She's about to think something that she has promised herself never to think again. In fact, she's about to say it. This horrible, ghoulish, girlish thought that used to rule her world and make her so terribly weak. The shameful thought is expressed out loud in the form of a defeated sigh. I need Jake. She spins around and, still sitting on her desk, presses a familiar entry on her phone's contact list.
Ahoy, ahoy!
Jane has to suck in a hard breath to stop herself from groaning. There were so many of the finest young minds on this planet slaves to this foolish man's perky glutes. Jake, hello! How are you doing?
As fit as I can be, I suppose. Considering I just woke up in the middle of a man-ficking ruckus at the stadium after getting beamed in the pumper with the old horse tranquilizer trick, which I suppose I should have seen coming, as Dirk has ended all of our matches in this fashion for the past week.
Oh dear, that sounds absolutely terrible, Jake. Is there anything I can do to help?
Help? Gadzooks, woman! I hardly think of myself in need of help. It's a jolly good adventure working with someone so predictably unpredictable as our good friend Dirk.
You would think that Jake enjoyed the sadomasochistic nature of his and Dirk's personal and professional relationships. Judging from the last conversation about election strategy with Dirk, he seems to be perfectly aware of this feature of Jake's personality. You can't be too nice when courting his endorsement, Dirk would say. He doesn't respond to nice. Be that as it may, Jake, I still do worry about you an awful lot.
Well, that is...
On Jake's end of the line, there is a crash, followed by a noise that sounds suspiciously like something big and hollow and metal connecting with Jake's head. When Jake comes back to the phone, he's yelling into it. Jane
Very sweet of you, Jane. I appreciate very much that you have called me out of the blue to say such nice things to me with no ulterior motive.
From anyone else, this would have been a pretentious statement. However, Jane knows that Jake English could not have possibly meant this with anything but the utmost sincerity. Well, you know that
Because I must note that although I try to stay sporting about what comes at me, I can't say I am chuffed about how much of my correspondence lately has to do with the marketing of my image. It's beginning to feel like all people want from me is to stick my derriere on a signpost for their own profit.
Oh, Jake, you're right.
It must be so difficult for you more than the rest of us due to your, let's say, natural gifts.
Huh?
But you know that I have always wanted what's best for you, right? And I am ready to give you that too.
To give me what?
The best, Jake, the very best. Jake is quiet a moment, and Jane can hear the rusty gears turning in his head. You should stop by to see me this evening.
Do you mean my evening or yours? We're in different time zones right now, and I dare say the sun just went down here. So if you wanted to have a soiree on my time, you've missed your chance.
Jane feels her fake smile flexing so hard that it was beginning to hurt. Oh yes, she loved this man in basically every category that you could possibly love a person, but sometimes talking to him is like trying to build a house of cards while riding a mechanical bull. Mine, of course. I'll have the best year of your favorite crocodile-made scotch flown in from the Consort Kingdom, and we'll have a little catch-up. Jake actually hates scotch, and only drinks it for appearance sake. But for this unbelievably pivotal moment in the history of the planet that they created with their bare hands, Jane is willing to spend a few thousand boonbucks to watch her old friend pretend to sip at the same glass for a couple of hours while prattling on. And she's willing to do more than that, too. When's the last time we've done that? Just you and I.
You know what? You're quite right. It's been a spell since we've met up without Dirk. An unforgivably long one at that. Whip me up a kipper, Jane, and I'll be over promptly.
Kippa? She considers asking if he intended to request that she literally prepare a fish for his arrival, but, of course, Jake has already hung up. With a heavy, somewhat regretful sigh, Jane sets her phone down on the desk. Well, she thinks, that's it. Time to work your magic, Crocker. That was 10.
That was 10. We're not doing any more because goddamn, that was long.
Yeah.
I'm glad we managed to get this far,
And
though.
you wanted to go to 15.
I did, and 15 is a very long chapter.
That's very ambitious of you.
I know. So anyway, that was fun. I hope everyone in the stream had fun. Anybody want to say their goodbyes? Now's the time.
Goodbye.
All of
I
the
didn't have
5
any
people
fun.
that are also half of us.
Yeah.
It was fun. Thank you.
There.
My favorite part
Goodbye has been
was
said.
people made fun of me for not saying swear words and saying that Jake. How could you?
I'm sorry.
No, it was fun though.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thanks everyone for joining this stream.
All right.
Make sure to like, comment,
Hang
and
on.
subscribe.
Hang on a second. I've got something I want to do here.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me just gonna do something. And I'm gonna stop streaming. I'm gonna stop recording. So for the YouTube, this is goodbye.